Moving on, actually, let's actually have a look at what Bony Dragon actually had to do. It looks really bad.
We want to put on ever participate in any activities like that. We will not come into anything like, oh my God.
No.
Whenever Faraz comes, hey, Camel, hey, Gideon, are you free tonight? We say no, because we're not going, oh my God.
I kind of feel like we're baiting ourselves into
Let's
this.
go back. Let's see what both teams have to say to each other ahead of this game.
Untuk pasukan Borneo FB, walaupun kita tak pernah jumpa dekat rank, kita tak pernah main sekali kan, tapi kami rasa anda semua kena jaga-jaga lah. Kita akan balas dendam nanti kat Mpl nanti balik.
Pada tim Silent Ribbon, ya kami akan cuba yang terbaik juga kalahkan kamu nanti di Mpl. Tunggu kami di Mpl.
Interesting words. I can see, like, I like it how they're so humble. It's like, wait for us. Wait for us.
Don't do it so sarcastically.
It was like, we'll try our best.
Don't do it so sarcastically. It's supposed to be epic.
Oh, it's
wait for us.
Do it even more straight. Wait for us.
Wait.
Okay. Joke aside, this is a really important game because
Absolutely.
Bono Dragons, right? They managed to win that game, snatch it away from the King of Pirates himself.
Absolutely, yeah.
And now if they can continue this momentum and they beat off Sen Reborn, they can actually make a big fuss of this, make waves in this league. And Sen Reborn, they lost against Eric Hussein, but that's not something to be frowned upon, nothing to be ashamed of. Eric Hussein, they were the representatives of Malaysia at MSC, and you can see they are a good team, and they managed to get one game away. If Bono Dragon can manage this 2-0 from away from Sen Reborn, they can just cement themselves in this position in the league and actually put themselves in a really good spot for playoffs.
I have to agree. I mean, a clean 2-0 will be a huge statement. It will not only solidifies their standing in the league, but it also kind of gives a statement to the other teams out there that you might want to reconsider going easy on us.
Yeah, and Sen Reborn, like I said, they played really, really well yesterday. When Fredo stopped in, it was a bit too hard. Fredo was just a little bit too good in this game. Newsflash, Fredo's good at the game. Not really newsworthy, but they have the quality. When there's an opportunity, they can pounce on it.
Absolutely.
And this is a chance to come back itself, Yes, we lost against Eric Hussein, but that won't deter us. We can come back strong. And this is the game to show.
Absolutely.
Both teams are new to the league, so they need to show that they can bounce back from adversity, right? And come back and show that, hey, we're good at this game, we are an opponent to be feared on, and we can produce results.
And the beauty of the league itself, of teams having to fight to actually get into the top 8, gives them time to really adapt to what everybody else is playing, really start solidifying their play styles, setting themselves apart, and really showing the rest of these teams that, hey, we stand as much of a chance as you do. Don't drop that game during playoffs.
You know what, Gideon? If Bono Dragons can withstand Clippers on their face, they can withstand Mpl. I'm pulling it out there. Those Clippers hurt.
You sure? To Vegemite water.
No, Clippers 100% more. Vegemite water is like, it's a bad taste, but Clippers, it hurts. Your pain receptors are here. It's
brutal. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty brutal.
What kind of contract they signed with EDG to allow them to torture them? I want to review that.
Pain included in the contract.
Pain included as well. And we're just starting the game really, really shortly. We'll start in a little bit more. You want to say something?
I really want to talk about specifically Miracle pulling off the Hayabusa here, because I don't think he's going to get to play Hayabusa this time round.
Yeah, that's true. And we saw a bit of changes. There was actually a patch, I think, a couple of days back.
Yeah.
Not the biggest patch in the world, but it's still a little bit changes here and there. What's the most, what's the biggest thing you think that's changed in this patch that will affect competitive play?
Well, I definitely think some of, especially when it comes to items itself, it kind of solidifies why marksmen aren't really able to really come into meta. But so far, we actually have seen Claude, and he happens to be the exception here.
Yeah. So one thing I want to bring up really quickly. So I've been talking to Sol from EVOS Esports Singapore. Really nice guy. I think he's one of the nicest guys in the league so far. I've been talking to Kim Oni, so I have a pretty small sample size. But he told me that specifically Claude is one of the better heroes. I think everyone knows this. Because of his ultimate, right? You hit multiple targets with Blazing Duet, and you give yourself a shield too. Really, really strong marksman. And he said it might be the only marksman that's worth picking at the moment. And you see, in yesterday's game, when Claude wasn't bad, they first picked it away. So you can see the priority that they're giving Claude in this meta. And I want to see today whether Claude will be picked in today's games.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be the same as yesterday. It's going to be banned out in the next couple of games. I don't think teams are ready to handle it just yet. They've never had enough time to really mess around with it enough in a competitive sense.
That's
a lot of these teams are focused very much on these dual synergies, having a lot of these AoEs, insane, constant DPSs that Marksman are known for, and Claude just says, nah.
That's true, and because of his mobility, right? Battle Mirror Image is insane. You can
It's
dash
crazy.
forward, you can come back to your position. That skill is a little bit too strong at the moment. And you know, as a competitive player, you need to take advantage of this, you know, how strong heroes are, abuse the fact that it is a little bit strong at the moment, and just take advantage of it.
I wouldn't be too surprised if in the next coming weeks or so, or even a month or so, that we will be seeing some changes
That's true.
to the damages anyway. But for now, it is highly abusable. I'm expecting to see it. First pick, first ban.
I don't think it'll be ban worthy. I think Helkert, Brock, still the usual suspects will still be banned out. 100%.
Okay.
And
I mean, I don't mind watching Claude games. I mean, let it through. I'd
Hey.
like to see that.
I'm ready to scream at some monitors, scream that blazing duet at the top of my lungs, burn my throat away. But I just want to see those games really quickly. Just to remind all the viewers, Saiyan Reborn against Borneo Dragon FB will be the first game of the day, and that's the best of 3 itself. And later on today, we'll have Air Asia Saiyan, the sister team of Saiyan Reborn, going up against We Old World.
Yeah, and that second game is going to be interesting too. But a little bit more on Saiyan Reborn. What is their standing in comparison to Air Asia Saiyan? Do you think they are just a little bit below or really far down below though?
I think Air Asia Saiyan is still a step above all the other Malaysian teams at the moment because of their experience. You know, they are a full-time team. You know what? Enough about that. Let's go to the drop. Week 3, day 2, game 1, 3, 2, 1. The countdown to the drop. Saiyan Reborn. Oh, that's a little bit of graphical error, but Saiyan Reborn will be on the blue side, and Borneo Dragons will be on the red side.
The rework of Minotaur, actually, it became such a prominent figure here at the MPL. Like, he has been picked up a couple of times, especially when you don't have those priority picks like Hellcurt or even Lancelot sometimes.
Whoa, I think there's interesting bet.
All right. They've got some inside information that
Let's
we don't know.
just assume that that's an intended ban. So taking away Estes, you know, the ultimate healing is really good. So that's a good ban coming in.
He's definitely off meta. I definitely agree that he's off meta, but they are
Is it ban worthy? No.
I mean, this is against Borneo Dragons, and they could pull off something that you wouldn't really expect. We saw on week 1, day 1 itself, Borneo Dragons, not day 1, but week 1.
Yeah.
They were actually pulling out a couple of things that are a little unorthodox.
Yep, that's
not
true.
Inherently bad, but a little unorthodox. Didn't work out, not so much, but it did have the potential to actually go further. But looking at the next couple of bans, looks like
And Angel, so all supports getting banned now. Valir,
this might be a remake. I'm just gonna.
Let's just assume that it's not a remake. Valir getting banned out. CeeLo has the first pick. Altios getting locked in.
The enemy is picking.
The ultimate is really strong from Altios, you know. The ultimate can lock down onto anybody.
I mean, he can secure kills especially well. And I've done this before, just screaming out One Punch Man at some point of the game. So I'm expecting you to do that to keep the legacy going.
Okay, definitely. You have Johnson and Balmont getting locked in here. 2 really solid tanks. Johnson as well with the rapid touchdown. Really good. Hanabi and Alpha getting locked in really quickly. I mean, it's trying to compute now whether this is actually the draft that they're going for. But yes, Alice getting locked in. Actually, a lot of solid picks.
I mean, so far Hanabi actually is.
So we have confirmed that there is technical difficulty. It was not the next level draft. The
I'm sweating there.
2019 draft ahead.
I was about to throw my knowledge all out of the window at that point. I studied this for nothing. This makes no sense.
I was like, interesting strat. Let's see if it pays off. Didn't really pay off because there will be a remake. Not really sure what happened. I think that just a little bit picks issue. Let's just go with that. But we will bring to the game really, really shortly. No worries there. But What do you expect from these two teams?
Well, it's interesting that you asked because I was thinking that maybe one of these teams might bring out a double mage composition at some point. Usually how that works is having one mage as a utility synergizes well with the rest of the team and one purely focused on having the damage here. And so far, it's been a bit iffy here and there.
Are you okay? Do you want to bet what's going to ban out? Do you think it's going to be Grok? It's going to be anything like that? Put some wager on the table. Make this interesting.
Put some wager. All right. I'm expecting Grok to not go through.
Not go through.
Grok not to go through.
Okay.
And I'm expecting Selena to go through.
Selena go through Grok.
Game one though.
I think Selena. Let's talk about that a little bit, right? Selena actually got changed a little bit by the developers. So it used to be a 4.5 second stun by true level 1 if you hit it max range. Right? And now they got kind of nerfed. Now at most you can have a 3 second stun. But the fact is that if the stun is more than 1 second, Selena gets a little bit of movement speed, but so they kind of compensate in that way.
Absolutely. I honestly think in terms of how they changed it up a little bit, 4.5 seconds, really long amount of time.
Yeah.
3 seconds at max range is still fast.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting Selena. Is she gonna get as many picks now? There is some counter playability to it, so that's a plus, I guess. At least I'm not gonna be locked down for 4.5 seconds at level 1.
Are you willing to sacrifice your face for that bet? Put some clippers in.
No, heck no, man. Clippers?
Put some clippers in.
Only if you drink Vegemite water.
Okay, fine. I don't think you can even find Vegemite water.
I got Vegemite at my place, dude. I can see his eyes just reconsidering. Do I really want to do this? Is this a good idea? So, wait, let's talk a little bit more about the other two picks. What's going to go through? The big question.
I think Hellcat will still be bad. The thing is that Hellcat was not touched, and through all these patches, right, there's kind of 3 things you want to see. Whether number 1, the hero get buffs. Number 2, whether the hero gets nerfed. Or number 3, what is strong against hero gets nerfed or buffed. Hellcat is still really good. A really good utility. Dark Knight falls. You can just shut off the lights, and the silence is still super strong.
I have to agree with you. There really is no argument that why Hellcat is just so effective, especially in competitive play. Once he gets a snowball, he pretty much goes unstoppable if they're in the position to make proactive plays. But the big old question is, Claude. Is he gonna go through? Is he gonna get banned?
I think he's gonna get banned.
I personally think, and I'm gonna call this, blue side is in a position where they kind of have to get rid of Claude. And hear me out. Claude, laning phase, not the greatest. But we've seen many such heroes having the same kind of issue. Very weak in the laning phase, waiting to get to the mid game, like things like Alice as well. Very weak laning phase. But paired up with the Minotaur and red side, he immediately becomes 10 times
the moment at least, because people are trying to figure him out, right? And you don't want to play against unknowns, and in this kind of competitive setting, like you said, every win matters.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to eliminate, deduct all the things that you're not sure of, put it in and see, hey, play against things that we're comfortable with, and just by sheer quality, we can beat you out. So I think that's why I think Claw will be banned. He's still really, really strong. The ultimate blazing duet, you just want to take it off.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to agree with you with that. But this coming game, I'd like to see how Borneo Dragons have actually adapted to the meta, because we've seen it in the past games. They haven't really stuck entirely to the meta. They're not meta slaves at all. They're really trying to innovate it sometimes, where you put a big question mark over it. It's not deniably bad, but it has inherent benefits to actually playing it out.
Yeah.
And I'm really rooting for Borneo Dragons here, especially from our cousins from the East here. Definitely want to see them maybe go for an upset. I mean, 2-1 is possible. 2-0 is
that's a bit too big, because Borneo Dragons, they have this really nice story. They admit themselves they're not the most mechanical talented players, but how they win, just through sheer teamwork, through synergy, they trust each other. That's the story they're going on. That's the thing that they're banking on, that they can take over Saint Rebounds, right? Saint Rebounds, they're well known for taking over. They're from Team Say and the family, the community itself. They're really good players, and they want to transfer it into Mpl Season 2.
Absolutely, and I think it kind of gives it kind of puts a lot of unnecessary pressure, especially for these two teams. One team, the only team coming in from the from the East, and also Saint Reborn, who's part of the same family, and you're kind of under the shadow of Asia Saiyan, and it kind of puts so much pressure on their backs to
the 3-2-1, and Hayabusa gets banned out immediately. And it looks like, wow, Borneo Dragons are the one. Oh man, I should have taken that bet. Selena got banned. You need to put Clippers now, right?
Ah, boy. All right, we'll talk about this a little bit later. But it's interesting
Production,
that
find Clippers.
don't do this to me.
Find Clippers, thank you.
Borneo Dragons actually decided to ban out Hayabusa for themselves, which is interesting because they do get first pick. Does that mean Hayabusa is not first pick worthy?
I think they want to put Cloud. They want the first pick Cloud because like they want to put Cloud. They want the first pick Cloud because like I said, Cloud is such a strong hero at the moment that you just can't pass up. And when you're blue side, that is the main thing. And now, look, say Reborn, they have to ban either Grok or Cloud. And I think they have to ban Grok instead. And yep, very sad of like we predicted. Hayabusa, Hellcat, Selena, Grok. Come on, prove me right. Okay, lock in that Cloud. Show that power of marksman. The power of friendship. No, it's not Claude.
Yeah, okay. All right. So apparently, Bane is interesting to say the least because there are other picks. They've got Lancelot on the table. Gushin's also on the table. Even if they did pick Claude, I was expecting something a little bit more of the priority on the meta list.
Immediately, Claude and Chow. Actually, both of them look quite similar.
Your team
Brothers?
is picking.
Lost brothers.
That's a big statement. Okay. Lost brothers?
Let's talk about Cho a little bit. He got buffed a lot because his range got increased by 20%. That means he can reach so much further.
Well, you forgot to mention 20% each phase. So in total,
maximum of 60%.
That's a maximum of 60%. But each phase of Jukundo has different ranges as well. So innately, you got a
Oh my god.
Fun fact. They're gonna lock in carry as well.
Yes,
they are.
Let's break this down before we go through anything.
Yep.
Eudora, magic damage, they have a really solid comp, but the main problem is they don't really have a tank. Right? You have that Kaya, but Kaya's a bit squishy. You kinda want to be the front line, use that divide judgment early. And with this team competition, they want to drag it to the late game. Meanwhile, if you look on the other side, Saint Reborn picking up that Fanny last pick. What do you think about that?
I definitely think that they want to abuse how weak some of these heroes are in lane. I mean, what's carry really going to do if you don't have Kaya? Just constantly on your back to keep you protected, and even then, it's still a big risk because there's no real way to actually deal with anyone with the steel cables.
I'm still can't really think of how this team combos will work as we do low into the game. I do prefer teams Saint Reborn's draft. What do you think?
I have to agree here, mainly because Borneo Dragons' team composition has extremely weak early game. Like, what can you do if they invade you level 2? You really can't fight back unless you have all 5 of your members. And even if it's a 3v3 situation, it's most likely going to go into Saint Reborn because of the champions, the heroes that they actually selected. Fanny is crazy strong at level 2. Gushin, a lot of AoE damage here, but I think the big contender here is Claude, who will run you down.
Yeah, I want to see
very early on.
We were talking about it. We were saying that, hey, Blazing Duet is a really strong spell. We'll see into this game. Game 1 of the day. Borneo Dragons FV will be on the blue side, and Saiyan Reborn will be on the red side. Predictions, really quickly. Who do you think is going to bring out game 1?
I think based on team composition alone, it's going to go over to Saiyan Reborn unless Borneo Dragons is able to out-macro them completely.
You can see it looks like it's a strong hero. And CK just making sure he can just see the wave, cut the minion wave because he knows that early on Fanny, he wants to farm the jungle. So very standard stuff, no invades happening, and carry giving away the buff.
I'm actually kind of surprised that they decided to go they actually decided to proxy the wave and then after that let carry farm the jungle. Well, instead they could have both gone and try and proxy the wave, then clear the jungle afterwards. But I guess just to maintain minion timing, but they've shared the EXP quite evenly in comparison to Saiyan Reborn, who've really invested quite a bit into Fanny. Ooh, here we go.
That is just the strength of Fanny, right? When you get those 2 cables out, you do a lot. Meanwhile, Gato is in his top side. ADZ is here to Odora. Will he use his electric arrow? It is there. The stun does connect, but it looks like they're not going for it. They just want to contest onto this, this crab. It just brings so much gold, 150 gold in total, so they don't want to lose it through. Same thing as Serion. Looks like the retribution does come down. and they're just gonna reset onto this river crab.
I mean, this river crab is going to be highly contested because some of these people might be able to hit level 4, especially Gato, who's very, very close to it.
His Evil does come into it, and looks like they are just gonna back off. Sayajin does hit level 4, does have the reset unlock. Rapid Boots, ADZ. Looks like they want to play Yura a little bit more support-ish, so we'll see how it really goes. And you can see the range, right?
Yeah.
The Jikundo just going so much further now.
Wait a minute, this might be a possible... I mean, it would have been a potential fight if they decided to push the waves over, but it looks like it's going to be okay. But so far, Carrie is not having a great time against Fanny here, who's just consistently oppressing her.
Yeah, but the main thing that they're letting away this Carrie to go all alone against Fanny, and it's really, really tough. Fanny on multiple members, but along on side of Xavier Boss only level 3, and now they're taking down dangerous. So who's gonna get retribution? Looks like Dora gets it, and now they want to go for this fight. A lot of members on level 4 here. Beautiful Monaco stuns up to first. Goes over to Border Dragon. Evil will get decimated in down, and Long doing the best he can, flickers away. Uses no, but just gets a strike into the heart. Will go down, and just like that, advantage Borneo Dragon.
Oh my goodness. We need to see the KDA of all those. Was he able to pick up all 3 of those kills? No, he got 2 of those kills. Kata was able to get 1 of them, but man, that was a really well-timed ultimate. It was perfectly calculated to execute them at the very end there. Had he not gotten the execute, it would have turned this fight 360 around and they would have been wiped.
The main problem of that fight is that they engaged the turtle without hitting level 4. You saw so many important members, right? Evil, level 3, and at the time I think Long, he's still level 3. He doesn't have that key ultimate abilities. Those are abilities that help you with team fights. And unfortunately, they engaged in a really, really bad time, and now Borneo Dragons have this advantage.
Wow, this is actually pretty interesting. Based off the items just now, you can see that most people have taken Rapid Boots except for Claude, who decided to go for Swift Boots, and that's going to be interesting here because he won't be able to rotate as fast. He still has the mobility, but I don't think he really wants to send out the clone.
Yeah, you don't really want to send out the clone, and you're already mobile enough with Battle Mirror Image, but the thing is that it's more because Carry getting a not solo kill, but getting a pickup that is huge. Remember, they are the team with the marksman of Carry. Obviously, Claude is a marksman as well, but traditionally, we know that Carry is just a late game monster. When you get those 6 items, then those golden stuff, Bloodlust Axe, you just be so...
To make sure that Fanny is properly used.
Game, he has that advantage, so he just want to get more advantage going in so he can solo queue and generate that split push that they so desperately need.
Absolutely. I mean, wave clearing is going to be an important mechanic towards the end. Oh, no, this is going to be big. I mean, they're looking for the pigs here, but I don't think they've actually caught anyone yet.
You don't really want to die on a Minotaur because of his ultimate Muno Fury, right? That triple strike, pretty deadly.
Pretty deadly. Oh, man.
Sun comes in. They want to go for it. I'm pretty sure they want to go into Gushing, but they're just not waiting. There goes the Minotaur Fury, but it is burned. Now they can actually dive if they want to. Fog Lightning comes in. Bane deadly catch onto the turret. They're focusing down the structure. Good play coming in, and now they can dive all they want. Meanwhile, Carry gets taken down off screen, but Evo should go down as well. There goes the Decimate. All Noob is on a rampage, on a killing stream more specifically. But Fanny getting some retribution, picking up that bottom turret.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty big here.
Whoa, that's an interesting pickup.
I don't know whether he's just following the recommended build or not.
I don't think
I'm pretty confident that he has something up in mind. My guess is that he's most likely going to move into a more crit sort of build. But then I would see that most people want to actually proc the passive of Carry by forcing out the Golden Staff very early on. But this is going to be interesting. I like to see how his build finishes off. But let's look at everybody else's build. So far, everybody is hitting their first item power spike. Martis, he's already got the Endless Battle. That's going to be huge for him.
Oh my god, Mono Dragon's actually finding himself in a really good position. All Noob playing phenomenally so far on this Martis. Have to see whether they can respond and how are they going to go. Remember, they have a lot of single targets, but if you look at the team fight wise, say Reborn, they have a better team option because they have a lot of AoE. Meanwhile, Dragons FP.
Really good call there. They saw the opportunity. Kaya went in, Divine Judgment immediately has the support from the team to actually dash towards the loop her all the way in. Really well played.
Marty's playing with fire here. He knows that Fanny is that K. Pops the Ring of Order, trying to find some people. Looks like I like that. He's just like, bam,
It's gone.
from the hand of God. Bam, gone. Where's that minion? Now you see it, now you don't.
Now you don't. But Gato actually picking up Blade of Despair here is going to be pretty important because that's going to be a huge power spike for him. Expect him to be cleaning up most of these people from the side of Team Say Reborn. But this is going to be big here. This might be the fight they're looking for. It doesn't actually catch Silo there.
Oh, Silo, if they get stunned up, right, that will be a huge thing. I think he actually got the steal off. Wow, Silo Retribution on point. Oh no, Miracle actually got it instead. Now Jikundo goes on the K. He does have the adjustment available. Two-man Mortal Coil with that Usher Aura. Will not be able to catch on to anything, and they're just going to back off. Quick range check, 7 minutes in, 3,000, more like 2.3k gold lead on the side of Borneo Dragon.
Looking at the builds, it looks like both sides, both carries actually opting to go for a demon. It's rather interesting. I would have definitely liked to see them try something else here. Maybe they've got something that we don't understand, but interesting build to say the least. They're following a very similar build.
Yeah, they are going for Demon Hunter Sword. Maybe they're going to follow up with the Bloodlust Axe, looking at the itemization. So interesting to see. Let's see how this kind of game develops throughout. Meanwhile, I can see top side, Borneo Dragons pushing the mid side, Siren Reborn pushing the top side. They want to trade these turrets because they know they can take the turrets much faster. Borneo Dragons get one turret out, but K getting caught out in between a safe.
Is still able to proxy the
They're going for the inhibitors. They're going for the inhibitors because no one is stopping. And now they're going to recall Borneo Dragons, but is it a little bit too late? Four timing is there. Electric Arrow will stun it out. Where is the Thunder Dragons? But is it a little bit too late? Four timing is there. Electric Arrow will stun it out. Where is the Thunder Shot? Thunder Shot will stun. Evo forces the Flicker as well as the Despair Storm. And I think finally, he will be able to walk away. All Noob does have the Usher Aura, but looks like he will not chase on to this Minotaur.
Looks like Miracle finally got the golden staff that she always wanted, and this is going to be important because that's going to be a huge damage output coming in from Miracle. So keep an eye on him. He'll be proccing his passive multiple times during these fights, and I think it's weird because in Eudora, he was putting a lot of damage into Minotaur when Cloud was semi behind it. Was he afraid to actually go on, or was he just very hopeful that he had enough damage to take on Minotaur? I'm not too sure. But here in this position, Borneo Dragons, they want it bad.
There goes the Dark Flicker. Quick hands coming from Rim, but Minotaur might not be as lucky. He is pretty tanky, but not tanky enough. Mega kill streak going on to Onu, but look at the mid lane. Same Reborn saying, you know what? Get those kills, but we just want objectives. And with Silo, with that Fanny, he uses the ultimate there. Divine just ran. No! Drags him back from the steel cables and drags him to the depths of hell because he will take it down. And now, Long will be lingering. They are going on to Lord. Long playing Disturbance. He doesn't want to give up this free Lord. Remember, Evil did go down as well. They down dash with two members. Miracle focusing down. You have the ultimate there. The Whale Dragon kicking him into the Lord pit, and he's taking so much damage now. There's the swing, and they do get the Lord. And now Zero Reborn just forced to run till they're losing so much objectives. They lost 2 kills, and they lost Lord as well.
I think it's starting to become you really have to consider, does she have the stun or not? And if she does, am I able to receive it and still survive the team fight coming forward? And I don't think a lot of these people, a lot of Saint Reborn is actually respecting that here. She does pump out a lot of damage, but there's plenty of damage from the side of Borneo Dragons to really cut them down. I mean, Miracle with the Golden Staff, huge power spike. Gacho, don't underestimate how much Bane can do, especially building full damage.
5-man strong. Borneo Dragons knocking on the front doors of Saint Reborn's base with a Lord, with everything they want. They are going on, and Lord will gun down on the turret. There goes a minute for it. These are the 4 members. They're all in turrets. And say goodbye, Carrie. Say goodbye, Borneo Dragons, because there goes your health bars. There goes your heroes. And Silo playing ring around the rosy. He gets 1. He gets 2. He's looking for more. And guess what? There's a squishy Kaya for you to take in. Good stun there, good ultimate there from K, but that's just gonna delay the inevitable. No way you're running away from this. A huge mistake coming up for Borneo Dragons. Seer Reborn fights back.
I mean, Say Reborn just wanted this to happen. They wanted them grouped together so they can get a great off of Evil. And if it wasn't for that great ultimate coming in, they probably would have taken. That fight probably would have lost a lot less members and maybe traded off. But really well done from Say Reborn. They really understood. They played very calmly in this situation.
And just like that, game did even.
Oh
and
no!
Zillow picking up some tankiness there, going off from that brute force breastplate. Want to make sure that he doesn't get taken down so quickly, like you said, right? Mono Dragons, they have a lot of damage in their arsenal. Make sure that he can at least sustain a little bit from it.
Absolutely. I think we gotta keep a big eye because Claude did not use his.
See how antsy Team Cyan Reborn is. They are so scared. They're making sure that they don't make any mistake because they know this game is hanging by a thread.
Absolutely. Because I mean, if they lose one more team fight, I'm pretty sure that it's almost considered over at that point of time. They need to respect the amount of pick potential coming in from Borneo Dragons here. They cannot take 2v2 skirmishes. They cannot take 3v3 skirmishes. Borneo Dragon are playing very close to each other, and their rotations are very fast. They take a lot less time to actually perform the rotations.
Two golden staffs. Oh, he missed.
Perform the rotations.
Two golden staffs. Oh, he missed. He missed bot. He missed bot. Carry bought 2 golden staffs, and now he has to buy the.
No.
He has to sell the item. That's a huge mistake. You're losing gold from it. I'm sorry, Miracle. I kind of caught that on camera. Sorry, Miracle. I kind of caught that on camera.
Oh no, that's so uncomfortable. That's really unfortunate there. But oh yes, as I was trying to mention just now, in the team fight as Lord was pressing into that bot tower, Claude did not use his ultimate there at all.
Yep.
And they use his ultimate there at all.
Yep.
And they still won the fight without it. So can you imagine what Claude is potentially able to do? He could start destroying people in the backline if not kept in check.
Now, so far, Claude has been pretty underwhelming, to be honest. Not really. If he gets popped by Evil, he will have that rage buff for the next fight. He's just waiting.
Well, this is going to be important because now Borneo Dragons are in a position where they need Dragons need to find an objective
They can
to
rush.
actually punish them.
Wind of Nature gets purchased by Carry. So a lot of players have been telling me they buy Wind of Nature because
Or if Claude has it, just pops his ult, walks in and pops it again.
Yep.
Ooh.
looks like that.
Again.
Yep.
Ooh.
Looks like that. It looks like they're not interested at Lord at all. They're gonna knock down on this bottom turret. They really want an inhibitor, and they are just happily defending Team Cyan Reborn.
I mean, they gotta be careful here because Fami is split pushing extremely hard. They have to respond extremely hard. They have to respond to this. If not, they're going to lose their top. They're going to lose their top inhibitor, and that's not something they want, especially in Borneo Dragons. Position where they want to keep the pressure up, but they don't want to lose an inhibitor where they have to worry about a lane constantly.
That's true. Cancelo still going for it. A lot of major items. Wow.
Alright, I mean, that's an item for Claude. This is really interesting. He is new, so I'm very open-minded to see how they're actually going to play this out. And I definitely want to see how this works. Okay, so he sees him. He's out of there.
And actually, interesting. Silo has already 2 defensive items. He bought Athena's shield recently, and as well as the, like we before mentioned, Brute Force Breastplate. He's really playing very defensive. He doesn't want to go down in Ono. 2 man don't want to go down in Ono. 2 man Mortal Kombat, but those are the tankiest members of the team. Not really what you want to go for. And just like that, Evil, Despair Stomp away. They know Fanny's topside, so they are going onto this Lord.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight here because, I mean, Fanny's minions are really, really far away. If they do this right now, they're going to be able to pull it off, but it looks like the conditions are not right. Bot lane is pushing into them. They don't want that to happen. They're going to try and clear that out and recontrol and find control over the top side of the map once more. Make sure Fanny is pushed out, reset all the lanes, and then look for the opportunity to go for Lord.
This is the late game. 15 minutes in, most players already have at least 4 to 5 items, and Silo, by judgment, he gets knocked out, but there's just not enough damage.
I mean, Carry was not in position to actually go. Say Reborn are playing here, because their team composition, though they want to fight 5v5, is going to be tough because it's so dependent on Evil landing that ultimate. And even if he lands his ultimate, if he's too late, Gato will have used his ultimate. Eudora would have pumped up all her damage, and by then, it's a little too late.
Yeah, so it looks like both teams happy to just stall it out, play it even Stevens, no worries whatsoever. Fanny going back to minion clearing duties, but Borneo Dragons, they're looking for a way. They started the game so good. 3,000 goal lead. Oh, CeeLo, hold your breath.
I mean, he's never going to really engage anybody because it's a little too dangerous. He doesn't know where everybody else is on the map. He knows that Martis is on mid side. Where is everybody else?
Can see there, Fanny just using those fuse cables to go back. I think the game has kind of reached a stalemate. They don't really play any mistakes whatsoever. They're just playing it safe, waiting for their first mistake, and this could be it. They're going for the flank. Higato charging out that run, goes on to long, but that's not the hero that you want to hit. You want to hit Fanny. You want to hit Gushon as well as the Claude. Didn't catch onto any, and so Border Dragons call off the flank.
I would have liked to see them actually take the fight there just to make sure that they don't have the numbers, say Reboard don't have the numbers to actually fight for big objectives and force them in a position to actually engage onto them where they have the winning odds.
See, defensive item coming in from Fanny. He only has Bloodlust X and Blade of Despair as offensive items.
I think Fanny really understands her position, that her team has plenty of damage. She is playing an off-tank role, and she's always going to be split pushing. So if she is able to withstand 2 or maybe even 3 people, it's going to be pretty big.
There goes the stun. Electric Arrow lands onto Long, but Long has the immortality in his back pocket, so he's not really that scared and not that afraid.
What will it take to bring because their team composition is so mechanically dependent that if the conditions are not right, there is just no point fighting. And Fanny is doing a great job stalling out the game, always forcing out the pressure, always using her mobility to keep clearing the waves, making sure that Borneo Dragons have to continuously gain priority of the lanes.
There goes the Rum, there goes Long. They're setting on this bait. They are actually going onto Lord. Borneo Dragon knows about this, and now they're going to call it off. Gato tries to go onto Evo. Evo has in range from. Can he pop the ultimate? They are all in a small area. They try to take down Evo before he can go for it, but the ultimate, he lands on the 2 members of Borneo Dragon, and CeeLo, he goes down, but that's only the immortality. Look at the health bars of Borneo Dragon. He goes down. There goes the blazing duet. They will try to take it down. CeeLo is so dangerous. CeeLo, the ultimate, it won't be enough. He takes him down. So far, it's a 2-for-2 exchange. Even Stevens across both sides. And both teams are playing on a knife's edge.
Rin has still not used his ultimate. I am waiting for the blazing duet. I am waiting for that one moment where he just snipes everybody with that ultimate. But so far, there is no real position for him to actually use it, because if he does, he's got to get near. And if he gets near, he's going to get cut down.
He bought a Sky Guardian's helmet. I think he stole his immortality.
I think so.
Sky Guardian's helmet as well. He's playing full tank Fanny.
I mean, he's confident.
Let's look at the replay really quickly.
All right, breaking this down, Fanny is doing a really good job here.
He did pop his blazing duet. You can see he hit 2 members onto it. That's why they're so low.
Just the short cooldown.
It was just a really short cooldown. I can see K almost got away from it, but this auto attack, from downtown, 3-point from half court, gets the kill.
I mean, this game is becoming more and more rough.
And this is gonna be a free Lord. They were too slow on the head, and Rin.
Aware that Saint Reborn can take out Lord extremely fast. They got 2 retributions. They got to be more on the ball. But as of right now, it's quite a big stalemate for both sides here.
I'm ready. Are you ready for this 5-on-5 team fight? My Troll's ready. You know what? Let's do this. Saint Reborn from the crux of defeat. They look so bad in the early game. Borneo Dragons with a great start. Now they're clawing themselves back into this game. Who is gonna win game 1?
Oh, this is honestly going to be hard to say, but I do want to mention that Eudora, in the patch notes itself, they have actually upped her scaling as well in terms of her magic growth, so she gets so much magic damage. Is this going to make a huge difference in these fights? We're just going to have to see, because she has a lot of damage in her kit.
Goodbye, towers. Even though you have a lot of tanky items, you know what? Towers still fall pretty quickly. And now, look at this. Saint Reborn pushing on 3 ends on every single cylinder that they have. Middle, top, bottom. And with Lord on the top side, they are going to try and bang on his inventory. Long going into the base. He has the immortality. He can play as aggressive if he wants. There goes the mass Mutant Fury. There goes the kick in. And now, Borneo Dragons, it is in the top spot. Eudora will take down the count. But what else? And what cost? The flickers come in. Rin playing so happily in the front line, and now there's an open base for Saint Reborn to push in. But look at that, Borneo Dragon, they're not down. Double immortality. The
interrupt, doing so much damage, and they're turning this around. But the Dragon says no, they're not falling down without a fight, and they're going for it. 3 members down, Sin Reborn stays alive.
What just happened? What just happened there? What happened? This was a beautiful all. It was a great engage from Saiyan Reborn.
Look at Silo.
Everything. Oh.
Silo was taking a turn. If he joined the fight, it could have been so much better. Rin was the only DPS because Saijin was so far away. The only DPS was that Claude. And he was so far back, he couldn't finish off. Everyone went back to heal. That was just a great run, catching on to 2. Got those 2 kills, and just like that, they stay alive. And now Bono Dragons, they're pushing, they're going for it. Deadly Blade gets picked up by Rin. He wants that damage. Carry has immortality. He has all the items he wants. Remember, we are into late game. No, don't do this to me. Guys, Fanny, Silo, do not backdoor. I cannot handle this. My voice will die. Silo!
No way. Is he actually going to do this? No one's really going back just yet. I mean, it's all 3 inhibitors are down. This is looking really good for Saiyan Reborn because now they've opened up the map so much so that Borneo Dragons really got
Wrong. He's going in. He's going to face down the 3 members. The chicken knows that. He has a jump. He won't be able to walk away. He's the tankiest member, one of the tankiest member of the team. But you see Silo, he's still lingering on the top side. He wants to try this backdoor. Finally, he channels his recall. And okay, no backdoor, no screaming, no yelling at monitors, all good.
You gotta calm down, man. You wait for the backdoor to happen, not predict the backdoor.
You gotta predict the backdoor. I can see the future. He did pick up that River Crab. I want to say, in this latest stage of the game, not really the biggest matter. He certainly feels good. He has the potion as well in his hand, the elixir, as I should say it. And now, Saiyan Reborn, this is just who's better at camping.
Who face checks better?
Oh no, Honor!
He's not. He plays smart. He is not going to face check, but this might be.
Is this far enough? This could be the trigger because they see 2.
Time, hold back, wait for the wave to pull, push into him. He's absolutely happy to actually not be part of it. But wait, sending 2 members down, this could be bad.
ADC needs to be careful. ADC was all alone, and now they're going for a Silo. 2 cable is there. They are all going to retreat. They are going for the Lord. Remember, Lord goes down so quickly in this instead of the game. Rin is there. The knockout will not go onto him. Rin gonna retreat from this. Oh my god! At that.
Oh my gosh! And this, he's not even hitting crits off of that.
Those are just pure attack speed. All new gonna be the front line. Remember, he's really attacking. He has the immortality. Ultra Aura on 2 Minotaur. Not what you want, but haven't found out long. Finally gets one out. Forced out the flicker. Will be safer now. ADC uses the electric arrow.
I got her, but
Silo. Don't do this to me. No.
He's gonna do it.
But look at this. They are going out to Lord. They are forcing Bono Dragons into a decision that they don't want to make. Fanny forced to go back. They're just going to recall, and he's going to use a steel blade onto the Lord pit. Kaya is way too far away. This is going to be a 4v5. Saiyan Reborn just outplayed the team macroly. And now Silo gonna solo kill Gary. Say goodbye. ADC doing what he can. He will go down, but that's only the immortal. And Lord got stolen away by Bono Dragons. The retribution was good, and they get the steal. And now this team fight is going all the way from Bono Dragons. They are feeling confident. They are trying to retreat from this. Saiyan Reborn, they are not happy. A 3-man Bono call will slow things down. The source fight will land onto Alu. And now they're going for it, and they're pulling. He drags Cousin into the hands of the team. The moral card. That's not 2. They won. They won. They won the marksman, but they do have the battle mirror image. He will be able to slink away, and that steal coming out from Lord. Oh my God,
Bono Dragons, this is crazy. Why? Every time I cast your game, you make me. Of course it's a serious game. This is Mpl. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's even
Mpl. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's even more serious on a personal level for you, as it seems. But Saiyan Reborn really tilting for them to lose Outlord. That is their win condition right now.
They played everything perfect. I want to see that replay if it's possible. I'm sorry for not putting it on the spot here. What happened? You could see Silo pushing that. You could see Silo pushing that bottom wave. Use those steel cables. Go to the Lord pit. Kaya was so far away. The only thing that went wrong was that steal. They pick off Miracle's immortality early on. That was perfect positioning. That's the ideal scenario. but they just lost out Lord. And now Lord,
this is the 5v5.
banking into the ball in the 5v5. Here comes Lord into the back line. There goes the 3M maneuver, but where is the character? Oh no, remember, he does have immortality. The top laner won't get up. That's Mpl Silo. They're so low, and that's Edora's damage. He wants more tower attack. Will be enough? Oh no! Will go down, but Long will not survive. Evo, there goes the go to stop wrong. And guess what, Gideon? We were all wrong because the Nexus won't go down, and he's seeing Reborn's Nexus, and it will be 4 New Dragons picking up game 1, sending a message to the West.
I am so lost for words. That was an absolutely heart-wrenching and beautiful game played by Borneo Dragons here.
Zillow, oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Well done. Honestly, it was a very, very intense game all around here. Sane Reborn looking for the macro opportunities to go in and force open Borneo Dragons. But
clutch, showing that teamwork, showing through adversity. Even if they're put in a tough spot, they can't come back from this. And oh my god, whew, what a game! That's the first game of the day. Let's look at the highlights really quickly.
I mean, this game has so far just been a really, really intense game overall. I mean, Team Sane Reborn, they made a couple of mistakes in the early game.
This was beautiful.
Yeah, it got punished. It got punished really hard during that turtle fight, but they slowly kept up the game. They slowly used Fanny as a mechanism to prolong the game and keep them consistently in. They were on the back foot for so long, and finally at the very end, where they were able to even out the scores, were looking for opportunities to open up Borneo Dragons. But every time they did, just a slight misplay, just a slight miscalculation, losing Lord, losing out to the catches at the end. My goodness, that was a game.
Reborn. I feel like that the only mistake was that Lord. This was a turnaround. Great output coming up from Eva on that Minotaur. 4-man picking up almost everyone on Borneo Dragons, and that was just easy picking. Simo having a field day with those steel cables, using those controls left, right, and center, picking up so many kills. And no, things were looking so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this was as well. The Blazing Duet coming in doing so much damage. Simo as well in the front lines.
I mean, in terms of, it's just really, really hard to say whether Sane Reborn could have played that better, because there are situations where they were going insane, especially Evil on Minotaur. His ultimates were
clearly not in the same page. You're like, do we fight? Do we run away? And suddenly they're just backing off because they didn't want to end the game. But just because of that, everyone on Borneo Dragons, they were diving way too deep. Sane Reborn didn't need to go so deep. They were taking up the Nexus and giving up unnecessary damage, and they just lost the fight.
Absolutely. I think Silo, if had he gone in earlier, immediately after the tower's down, just to clean up the low.
But look at this. Gato, the rum, no, the crab called Clannon stole it. Oh my god. What? Gato, you know what? This is just ridiculous. That steal managed to turn the tide so much. Everything was going so well. They out-rotated. You can see Carry managed to survive everything, but because of that Lord steal and manages to just survive from all of this, they even take down Gushin.
I mean, that was honestly extremely clutch at the end there. This is going to be the team-winning fight where literally nothing more can be said here, because now the main carries in the backline are just trying to continuously pump out their damage here. And once they are all on cooldowns, Gushin couldn't do any more than what he could in this situation when he's looking to get to the backline. Carry is out of there. Fanny tries her best, but she doesn't have the items. Carry just one by one cuts them down.
Ooh, you can see, right? That is the strength of Carry. That's why he's still being picked amongst all the pros, and we're still seeing MPL, even though Carry, marksman may not be favorable anymore. But that's just game 1 of the first series. You know what? Let's take a calm. Let's just get chill, relax. Whew. Take a deep breath. We're going to really short break. Just remind everyone, MPL is
engines burning. Death is quiet, pleasant. Death is quiet.
You have slain unstoppable. You have slain.
Spear of destiny hit me. I long for peace in the heart.
Killing spree. You have slain an enemy. You have slain an enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Everyone
An enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Hero Spotlight where we introduce the latest heroes of Mobile Legends. Can steal practically anything. In fact, with the help of his trusty sidekick Dexter, Cloud has never failed a job. After going to great lengths to acquire Mr. Bruni's mysterious device, Cloud made quite a few enemies and has no choice but to join the battlefield. As the Lord of Thieves, Cloud is ridiculously difficult for enemies to catch, and the off chance that Cloud and Dexter find themselves caught in the tight scuffle, they are able to unleash a devastating barrage of gunfire upon enemies to make a great escape. For his first skill, Cloud robs his enemies of movement and attack speed within a fan-shaped area, dealing physical damage in the process. If the crowd control of this skill wasn't enough, Cloud gains a certain amount of the movement and attack speed he robbed from enemy units. Although the precise amount depends on the number of enemy units affected. Cloud can get a higher buff if he steals movement and attack speed from enemy heroes, so keep that in mind. Using this skill, Cloud can ensure that he can move freely while hindering his enemies, thus creating a safer environment for him to eliminate enemies. As for his second skill, Cloud uses Mr. Rooney's device to summon a mirror image of Dexter, which auto-attacks enemy units. Activating the skill again allows Cloud to instantly
Welcome back, everybody, to the MPL Season 2, brought to you by Moontoon and the EGG Network. And we're going to go into the second game of the series. This is Saiyan Reborn versus Borneo Dragon. Of your wrist cuff, and I could feel it already. It's just whacking it.
That game. I don't know what's up with me and Borneo Dragons, okay? Every time I cast that game,
It's a special bond.
Okay, let's see whether the pattern continues, right?
Okay.
The first game that they win, it's always this thriller game, really big game. The second game that they win, whenever I cast, it's a clean game.
It's a clean
We'll
game.
see whether they can take up the clean game. Because honestly speaking, Saiyan Reborn put up all the right moves. They've used Silo to push out that bottom way, join them at the Lord Pit with those steel cables. It was just, oh my god, Gate. Crab Claw Cannons to steal out the Lord. You just can't account for these things.
That is very, very true. Especially, it's not like other games where they give you a direct number on top of Lord, so you can calculate the damage. You kind of have to estimate here. And it's really unfortunate because it was just a pixel away, and bam, it's stolen away.
Let's go to game 2. Right. I'm saying Reborn, I'm like, guys, we lost the game, but it's fine. We played well. Just a couple of mistakes here and there. Like you said, their macro game was on point.
Definitely.
It was just a little bit of the execution. If I'm Borneo Dragons, like, come on guys, we have this momentum to drive it home.
If I was Borneo Dragons, I'd be pumped. Especially after that steal. I mean, at that point, just somebody call an ambulance. I'm having a cardiac arrest.
That was just really much. Maybe those Clippers, right?
It was the secret to winning is putting Clippers and yanking it off.
Yanking, so you get that adrenaline before games. Like maybe that's their pre-game ritual.
The pre-game ritual, really.
Like themselves, it's like, all right, I'm pain. I felt pain. I want to make my opponents feel pain.
Oh man! But honestly, in terms of team composition alone, both of us were.
They got good pickoff. Everything seems in order. Where Borneo Dragons team composition, it's a little bit harder to execute, but they execute it perfect to a T. But they could see, even in the later stage of the game, Saint Reborn, they had the momentum. They were in the driver's seat, 3 inhibitors down, but they just couldn't end the game. It was just Borneo Dragon, never say die, going down without a fight, and they pulled through.
I definitely think that Borneo Dragons do feel like they have a heart of a dragon at some point, but I do have to commend, and you got to keep an eye out for this because the longer the game, I'm noticing the longer the game goes for, especially Saint Reborn, the worse that they get, because you can kind of see in the earlier stages where they were getting these fights on point every single time, and then that final fight at the end, that last push where one person, Silo dropping the ball, wasn't able to clean up, didn't respond fast enough to the call, and ended up getting their entire team getting cut in half, and then they just pushed to end the game, and that was just very unfortunate because that was the pinnacle point for Saint Reborn to just end the game.
You know what? Enough dirt crafting. Let's see what both teams have in store for us in 2 of Saint Reborn against Borneo Dragon. Saint Reborn will be on the blue side. Borneo Dragons will be on the red. So swapping sides, I think the bans will stay the same. What do you think?
I do think the bans will stay the same. Hayabusa, however, probably going to be banned out by the blue side this time around.
Your team
I
is
think
banning.
maybe not. So still, Saint Reborn can play Hayabusa if they want to. Looks like they're just going to.
But first pick worthy, I mean they're holding up on Grok. Which red side needs to get rid of.
Let's talk about it. Grok does get picked up. Oh,
Enemy
nice.
is
Saint Reborn. So kind of showing that, you know what? First pick gets locked in. Last time around, it was a Bane, and the Bane definitely made the difference.
Oh yeah, a huge difference stealing away Lord in the previous game. Man, I cannot get over that. But we're going to see what the priority for Saint Reborn is going to be because they got quite a few options for themselves. And it looks like it's going to be the Cloud. They still prioritize the Cloud.
The enemy is picking.
I don't know whether that's a good move, right? Yes, we know that. I mean, no-brainer from Borneo Dragons, right?
Yeah, just follow the same draft.
Follow the same draft. They want to pick the same things. Like I said, I talked to some pros, and they're saying, yes, Claude is really, really good. But in that game, we didn't really see a big impact from Claude, and the damage percentage wasn't that high. I think, honestly, Fanny did more damage than him, and same draft so far.
Our team
Still, Bane. And March is same thing.
Well, I have to comment on, especially with Claude's build, he was going for a golden staff. However, he had no crit whatsoever. I definitely would have liked to see him play
Berserker's Fury.
Yeah, exactly. Pick up a Berserker's Fury instead.
So no.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be the same draft. But the question is, will they pick Eudora again?
No.
The enemy
This is too much deja vu.
They want a rematch. They're like, same draft. Let's go.
Game 2, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure my mind's still okay. It's been a long week for myself, but so far all the same pieces. Eudora
It's going to be the exact same draft.
Carry? Kaya, no! That last week's going to be Carry.
is picking.
No, guys.
I wonder if they're going to... No, wait. They've already got a marksman here. Saint Reborn is probably going to follow the exact same
Let's
draft.
not, it's still open.
True. However, do they still want to have Fanny, though? Do they still
might
want to
change
have
it
Fanny?
to be honest, Fanny wasn't that big of an issue. They were dragging. We had the right draft. We just executed. No, wait. How much you want to bet? What do you want to put in?
I'm not going to put... It's going to be Carry. It's got to be.
I'm saying it's not. No!
We can just here.
Okay,
I'm
what?
not gonna put. It's going to be carry. It's got to be.
I'm saying it's not. No.
We can just hear production from the other
guys.
side laughing at this.
This is what's gonna happen. I seen this. I dreamt about this game.
Oh really?
I dreamt about this game.
Oh really?
I dreamt about this game.
Oh really?
I dreamt about this game.
So I'm gonna pretend I don't know anything. Tell me more.
Early on, Borneo Dragons will have an advantage.
Okay.
Mid game, Saiyan Reborn will come back. They will take down 3 inhibitors. They will take down 3 inhibitors. Through some weird skill. Borneo Dragons. Oh what? Is this the first? I think it's the first MPL. First, game 1, game 2, same draft. Both teams confident with their game plan, saying that we didn't draft wrongly. We had a good composition. We just executed wrongly.
I definitely think Saiyan Reborn, had they played the early game a little bit better, might be able to turn the tables here. And I think Claw, in terms of what Claw can do, I'm not sure whether he takes that long to come up online, especially if he is building Golden Staff in comparison to Carrie here, because Carrie, the moment she gets Golden Staff, bam, immediately she has an item power spike in comparison to Claw, who doesn't really get too much out of it until he starts stacking up the items.
Carrie's passive is just way too strong. Every 5th hit, you get an extra damage, but with Golden Staff, that is every 3rd hit, making it so much stronger. But because it's the same game, this is not game 2. This is just game 1 repeat. The only thing's different is that they're switching sides. Silent Reborn will be on the blue side. Borneo Dragons will be on the red side. This is game 2. Your eyes do not deceive you. The same draft occurred, but you know what? Maybe the result will be different.
Maybe the result will be different here. Gato taking a bit of damage here, but it really doesn't matter, especially when you have the ROM. And to all our viewers out there, we apologize for Kimo just shouting at the top of his lungs. His cardiac arrest will come so shortly if this game is a deja vu of the previous matchup. This is the exact same thing that happened in Game 1. However, Saiyan Reborn might want to play a little bit more aggressive in the early stages of the game, because they do have the heroes to actually really complement if they decide to go for something really aggressive. Go for something to look to catch up Eudora. Look for an opportunity to catch her out.
Let's see, K is there, Silo. This time around, maybe he'll go for a damage because they're for a tanky one, but Miracle and K still being laning partners. Early on, you don't really have that much damage. Long playing a little bit with fire, taking off some turret damage, but you know what? One turret is still be able to shave off. No problems there whatsoever.
Now, both mid laners have already roamed towards the River Crab. This is very standard here, but the fight might actually continue a little bit more.
They will not fight for it. There goes the Despair Storm. The damage is real. Ashore Aura will force a blink, or will force a flicker coming out from Evil there. They do not want to give away this River Crab for free. Silo missing the steel cables, but will have enough energy to go for another one. Long force thin out. So, if this is the same as the last game, the turtle will be the turning point of the game.
I mean, it's 6 seconds. It's kind of looking like it. However, Saiyan Reborn are not in a position to actually take it.
Yeah, this is going to be an easy flicker. Oh, yep. Looks like Miracle does.
Wait, something's happening on the bottom side.
The bottom side will be there. They want to go to even. Remember, there is no more flicker, and the damage is real. And just like game 1, they do take one. They do take one. They
down.
We just can't do anything about it. The Ring of Order.
Absolutely. And I think as of now, I mean, Turtle is up. Do they really want to bait it out to fight it? I'm not so sure, especially for the side of Borneo Dragons, where they don't really have too much information on where the rest of CN Reborn is.
Rapid Roots gets picked up. Rapid Roots gets picked up by Rin here in his early stages, but Miracle, he's having the time of his life. He just wants to farm, get some gold, and that's exactly what he's getting.
I'm expecting Rin to actually go for the Golden Sap build once more, considering everything is still the same.
Silo with that Divine Judgment into the face and gets another kill. Looks like they even get the Spinner. Gato will secure that one. Early stages. Remember, hey, this is my prediction. Borneo Dragons starting up strong. Mid-game, say everyone, no, please do not go don't have a repeat. I want to see some diversity. I want to see some variety in games, guys.
Are we witnessing a new meta? We'll just have to find out. But I definitely think that Eudora is great, especially when it comes to picking people off.
Yeah.
Having Eudora, Kaja, and Bane just cut people down so quickly. It's just insane. And especially if you want to face check a rush, you don't want to do it.
What a bait! Hook, line, and sinker! He wanted to get a kill, but he will get spit on by a crab. And that was spelled disaster for him. Gato picking up another kill for himself. What a bait setup coming up from Bono Dragons.
Getting spit on by a crab.
That's not something you do.
You mean an octopus?
He's a crab.
He's a crab octopus thing.
Crabtopus.
Crabtopus. It's hard to say for sure, but I think
crab, its cannon's called crab claw cannon because it's a crab. And Mo looks like K. He will use the Gale Force together with the Divine Judgment. Evil, good ultimate there, but only catching on to K. He's a little bit too tagged. He will be still stunned up here. Into the turret range. He will finally go down. Miracle, try and do what he can. ADC. Ooh, the ultimate there was close.
I was expecting him to die there, and even through the triple, especially against a Eudora ultimate, but I guess I can't say for sure, but Lung does survive, thankfully, because he was able to use his triple off cooldown. That shield just bought him a sliver of health.
Oh, CeeLo, fancy his chances against a sea creature. You know what? Let's keep it there.
It's a sea creature.
But All-Noob not looking so fancy here. Offshore Aura and to the Flicker. Fancy feet on to Smartus. Will be able to run away here. There will be cavalry coming in. They want to try and save this turret, but Long uses the Way of the Dragon into the hands of Jin, and he will be meet with a couple of blades into the heart, picking up AZ in the backside.
Oh, straight through the heart. I think so far they're losing quite a few turns down on the mid side. Yeah, then the rotating turns down on the mid side. Yeah, then the rotations are already coming in from Same Reborn. They were so proactive onto the plate to get rid of the bot side that they actually lost a mid tier 1. And now, actually Same Reborn evening out the score. Being able with Fanny to take out that top.
Gato, they want to go
trouble.
CeeLo, but they do not have anything. He's trying to use the steel base to do enough damage, but just not enough. Miracle picking up that kill for himself. Oh, that's such a big disaster coming up from CeeLo. He thought he could solo kill away Bane, but just not enough damage at the early stages.
And for those who don't really know, this is actually a micro tactic that you can actually use. If you're right next to the wall, spamming your steel cables over and over again to trigger it multiple times is great. Oh, this is the fight!
It's the Ultra picking up the 2 members, but no follow-up. Divine Judgment was not expanded just yet. K still comfortable in this front line. Look at
opportunity to catch somebody off.
Long is there. He got tracked back and now forced out the Flicker. What are they doing? You can see Bono Dragons now stopping onto the middle turret. Puts up some good damage in the early stage, but they are forced to recall because look at that bottom wave. They will be collecting a chunk of gold. Chip change coming in for Saiyan Reborn. You can see Bono Dragons, they just want to just cut the wave. They want to put themselves in a good position to end this game early on.
Yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. Already it's 4K up. It's a lot higher compared to the last game. But Fanny is going to be dancing around once again. But
Divine Judgment! Bounce on the CeeLo! Say goodbye! Bounce on the CeeLo! Say goodbye! Not enough! Yes, it is! One more time! The fade away from halfway card gets the kill. From half line.
Interesting enough,
I don't play enough basketball. But looks like Long will go down as well. The Decimate getting expanded. She's kind of wasted. Will not get the reset.
Honestly, it's fine because I don't even think that Same Reborn can really do much against 5 people, even though they don't have their ultimates here. Carry is still a big force of nature, but
comes the pops K and he's under the turret. Go down. It is not enough. Evil still withstanding all her loads, forces out a Flicker.
Our turret has been destroyed.
This time, Bono Dragon stepping up. They are playing the game so much faster compared to the previous game.
I mean, they gotta give a lot of respect because the Eudora pick, so far she has been so effective in catching people off guard because no one really has a point and click stun. Yeah. No one really in the game has like a direct point and click stun. And we have Eudora as one of those outliers who does. Especially if you have Kaya, Divine Judgment, on top of having Bane, 3 people pop their ultimates, that guy is gone. completely gone.
Yep, they need to make sure. Gato so far playing so phenomenally. Look at the stats.
They really are dropping the ball, and they shouldn't be face tracking any of these, really, especially when in the position that they're in now.
They're going for Lord. Martin's already on it, and now Gato will join the rest of his team into the Lord pit. They have carry, and remember, they had Demon Hunter, so he won't bring down Lord so quickly. Auto in the front lines, but he's the tanky one. How much damage can he do? And we're gonna 3-man out to the Maneuver, pass on the tree. They will go down on the side of Martis. Evil will get stunned up. They will back up from Lord. Looks like they did enough to force Bono Dragons away from the objective.
I mean, that's pretty good, but having to expand their ultimate coming in from Gushin. I mean, Gushin so far really isn't doing as much damage like he wanted to, especially against the frontliners from the side of Borneo Dragon. So he kind of needs to scale up a little bit more before he starts putting a lot of hurt into the back line of Borneo Dragons here. But so far, Miracle's playing this really, really well. He is keeping his position a very safe distance away from the rest of Saiyan Reborn, and Martis is doing a great job using the Shuriken to lock down people.
Oh, whoa. That's a straight pickoff there. Not really sure what happened. ADZ gets locked away. That's actually quite a big pickoff. 24 seconds without the
lane priority. They could try and rush in just to gauge how much damage they can put into Lord so far, because the first spawn of Lord really isn't that strong once you have your items. Only the second and third that it starts to get a little bit more difficult in that sense, but so far
changing up the build compared to the last game. So I think no more Golden Staff. He kind of expected that, you know what, I tried Golden Staff, not so much, and there goes the Malefic Roar. This time CeeLo playing much more aggressive.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go all out damage. I think people are gonna have a struggle to deal with him.
Look at this, they're both right next to each other. Who's gonna flinch first? Rin flinches away, not gonna man up against this fight.
No, definitely. Oh, actually, there's some action happening on the top side.
Yep, looks like Gato gets taken away, and now 4-man strong Saiyan Reborn they're forcing Bono Dragons to recall. They're gonna take this turret for free. Great macro play. Remember, we said in the last game, macro on the side of Saiyan Reborn was on point. It was just that one small mistake that cost them the game, and now they're showing it one more time. Saiyan Reborn knowing how to play the map.
Look at that crit. I mean, this is going to be a very interesting game here, because this could be the turning point for Saiyan Reborn to actually take control of the game. They do have priority everywhere. They're going to set they could even set up a trap during Lord if they decide to if Borneo Dragons decide to face track.
Looks like Rin is going to crit build, like he said. He is going for, the next one is going to be Berserker's Fury, so no more Golden Staff, no more attack speed. He wanted to try more attack speed instead. Didn't work out, going for the traditional marksman build this time around.
Yeah, not going to be going for, unless he decides the 4th item Golden Staff, then I really would like to see him going full crit. Having that possibility is just going to be amazing to watch.
Slug of Destiny gets picked up there, and there goes
What the heck?
Flicker over the wall, coming in, but looks like Evil will be the main focus. Beyond Free does not get a triple cast, only one, because he went down immediately, and now time to rest, because the objective is in the eyes. And remember, Demon Hunter Sword on the side of Miracle. He gets so much damage to the objective. Looks like Saiyan Reborn will not go for this.
I mean, they can't really fight against it.
But Long is there, and a little bit too late on that Jikundo. He did engage onto the fight. Not really sure what happened. I think he managed to just fly away with the Shimpo and the other's rest of the Jikundo. But Lord into the hands of Bono Dragon, and I swear I saw this game before.
And let me guess what's gonna happen. They're gonna start pushing all the way in and then die at the very end, lose Lord, and then it's gonna go to 25 minutes. Am I right?
I know. I've seen this. This is gonna happen. They're gonna push into the mid side, on the bottom top side. It's gonna mid side. They're gonna be into the feet, into the doors of Saiyan Reborn's base, and then they're gonna die.
I'm expecting Bean to use a very, very early ultimate by the time Lord gets to the front doorstep of Saiyan Reborn. Yeah, Berserker's Saiyan Reborn. Yeah, Berserker's Fury, there it is. Okay, so going full crit, looking pretty good so far. He needs a little bit more damage, because right now he has the
They're going for it. They're going for it. This, where is the ultimate? They try to, Fury pops onto 2, but they're not enough. There goes what? There is ADC, but they do not take any damage at all. They do take the front line. There goes the Moral Coin. Lands on the 3 members, but not enough. There is no front line. Lord didn't do anything whatsoever, and just like clockwork, Gideon, they lose a fight in their base.
Hey, they didn't get wiped, okay? They didn't get wiped, but they just lost more, okay?
Yeah,
Is this a parallel dimension? moment he popped down the blazing duet, you saw Gato. He was busted out of there. He popped the run and he was running.
Blade of Despair and Athena's Shields get completed. Those are big key items. We have some time and Athena's Shields get completed. Those are big key items. We have some time. Wind of Nature getting completed. I really like this item, especially when there is a fatty, because if you want to duel against him, you can go for it. The last item from Miracle will be, if I'm not mistaken, the Endless Battle, because he has that, oh my god, the lifesteal item, so he wants to go for this.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough. I mean, honestly, when it comes to what Saiyan Reborn can do to actually take this game away, it's so dependent on the cooldowns of the ultimate, because the moment if they can bait out a couple of ultimates...
They're going for Fanny!
Oh, no, out a couple of ultimates.
They're going for Fanny!
Oh, no.
Hold up.
Oh, no. There's a Divine Judgment. This is it.
He's trying to wear... Looks like he will be able to juke it. He did see the other members of Borneo Dragons away, but now they're going on to engage on this fight. Where's the Minion of Fury? It is not enough, and there goes Raw. He goes down. There's a 4-man Minion of Fury. There's no point crowd controlling when there's no damage or doing what he can with the auto attacks, but he does have the mirror image. He will walk away from this, and now they do have minions here. Borneo Dragon, they will push onto the top side. CeeLo doing what he can, but this time he has the Malefic Roar, so he will do so much more damage to those turrets.
Honestly, it's red. I mean, he's using a Blazing Duet to clear out the waves, because right now they don't have the ultimates, which is a really big point here.
There's another wave. Martins did go down. Did go back to kind of deal with the wave. They will be able to get this inhibitor turret.
This is very interesting, especially with like a little bit of an unorthodox team composition. Am I expecting Eudora to be a 100% pick ban? Probably not, but so far they are really abusing her in the early stages of the game and using her innate scaling now that she has her items, that she is able to start popping people off with no problem if they don't have MR.
That is true. You can see he has Clock of Destiny. I think that's really maxed out already, because you need, not again 10 minutes, 5 minutes, sorry. 5 minutes to make sure that max out, because it takes every 30 seconds, and he can take 10 times, so 5 minutes. You can see he has so much damage. Glowing Wand.
Yeah, he does bring a lot of damage, but it's so dependent on the cooldowns here, and that's why he needs his levels, because once he hits level 15, his cooldowns are literally are a lot shorter in comparison to the early stages of the game. But both sides, they are playing a very guerrilla warfare style of combat here, where they are just face check it, and you're gone.
Turret will go down. CeeLo was looking for stranglers, looking for pickoffs, but no one walking out. Borneo Dragons playing so disciplined.
I honestly love it. Compared to where they were in week 1, they are looking much stronger in these upcoming weeks. It's a lot of progress from where they were previously.
Yep, and now, look at this. They see CeeLo in the bottom side. You know what? Let's go to Lord, and no one is responding instead of saying Rebound. All new, playing bodyguard, making sure that no one comes in for free. And Lord just goes down just like that. Remember, you have carry with that innate passive rating, so much damage to neutral creatures. Top that off with a Demon Hunter sword. You just melt objectives.
Absolutely. In these situations, especially since you will have Lord being able to push, you can pressure the other lanes and possibly even get a pickoff during the assault.
It's true. Let's see what Borneo Dragons want to do here. Looks like they're gonna push with the Lord. You know, that's a smart move to do. I want to play this game counter immortality. There's so far 1, 2 on the side of Borneo Dragons, and I think Saiyan Reborn has 1 themselves. So you can see how many players can go in front of it. Remember, there is no more towers, no more turrets. The only thing to stand up between the game is Nexus, and they have put the daily cash. Pop the daily cash. There goes CeeLo trying to go for it. Oh, beautiful! 5-man mirror fairy. You get everything, and guess what?
Oh my God!
Chikundo follower. Gary doing what he can. He's still alive. The life steal is strong. The damage is real. Gary playing so confident, going mano in mano, 1 against 1 again. With Fatty doing what he wants. Fatty, what can you do? And guess what? That is a clean wipe. That is a team wipe. And Borneo Dragon Dragons Flash Region will clean sweep the series against their sweep the series against their Reborn 2-0.
Wow, honestly, that deserves a clap of hands. That was a great game coming out from Borneo Dragons. I honestly thought Silo was going to be able to clean that up, but the only mistake that he made was steel cabling into Kaya, and that just stopped him in his tracks. The moment the ring came out, that slow was too much for him, and he got pounced on. Had he dodged that or baited it out,
saying that Borneo Dragons, you are lucky. Look at the damage share. This time, Claude doing so much more.
Oh yeah,
28% together with Rin. This is a better build compared to the last game, but just not enough. Couldn't find the pickoffs, couldn't find the good team fights that they wanted to. Borneo Dragons just didn't let up.
honestly,
oh my, look at the highlights really quickly.
I mean, overall, the way Borneo Dragons played was especially tight because once they knew they had the lead, they really pushed forward with their lead, making the plays, being proactive, and always looking for an opportunity to clamp down on Saiyan Reborn. And they did this for a good 3 minutes, which cashed them out a lot of the mid turrets and eventually the bottom tier 1s and 2s.
I mean, this was just really well played from Borneo Dragons. Much cleaner compared to game 1. Every time. To be honest, I want to really, commemorate Evil on them, on that Minotaur.
Right?
Every time. 4-man, 5-man, just
nasty.
Full. And this was really good play coming in. Good Divine Judgment, forcing Evil to jump over the wall, use that ultimate, baiting him over. And this looked like the turnaround, but just not enough. Great play coming from Long, pushing back the Eudora on ADZ on the Eudora, but just not enough.
Yeah, I mean, overall, in terms of how this fight could have been played, they should have been a little bit more aggressive because they have the advantage of Fanny, who is able to roam out super quick. Again, Evil again.
This looked like the perfect engagement, but
super quick. Again, Evil again.
This looked like the perfect engagement, but Miracle coming in clutch, living to his name, pulling off something out of his sleeve, playing as aggressive, and he went mano a mano against that Claude, and he won. Silo almost taking it off, but the focus was not there. If he just used that steel blade onto Miracle, could have taken it down. Maybe a little bit of misstep, something that we'll just have to keep us guessing because we won't know.
I mean, it's a very serious pressured moment. This is the team-ending fight. If you aren't able to play at the top level, at that kind of position, it becomes so difficult. But I have to say, Eudora here, wow. At the end, getting 2 rotations of spells, insane. What a game.
You know what? 2-0 Borneo Dragons, Saiyan Reborn didn't manage to leave out the hype, but we're going up to Saiyan average. Saiyan Mpl Season 2. I'm losing my words. It was just taking the wind out of me.
Here, let me do it. This is going to be the Mpl Season 2. We're going to go on a short break, and make sure you remember that this is brought to you by Moontoon and EGG Network. We'll see you around. EGG Network. We'll see you around.
Infamous Lord of Thieves, Cloud, and his simian sidekick, Dexter. As the Land of Dawn's King of Thieves, Cloud is a mischievous and sneaky fellow who can steal practically anything. In fact, with the help of his trusty sidekick, Dexter, Cloud has never failed a job. After going to great lengths to acquire Mr. Rooney's mysterious device, Cloud made quite a few enemies and has no choice but to join the battlefield. As the Lord of Thieves, Cloud is ridiculously difficult for us to catch. In the off chance that Cloud and Dexter find themselves caught in the tight scuffle, they are able to unleash a devastating barrage of gunfire upon enemies to make a great escape. For his first skill, Cloud robs his enemies of movement and attack speed within a fan-shaped area, dealing physical damage in the process. If the crowd control of this skill wasn't enough, Cloud gains a certain amount of the movement and attack speed he robbed from enemy units. Although the precise amount depends on the number of enemy units affected, Cloud can get a higher buff if he steals movement and attack speed from enemy heroes, so keep that in mind. Using this skill, Cloud can ensure that he can move freely while hindering his enemies, thus creating a safer environment for him to eliminate enemies. As for his second skill, Cloud uses Mr. Rooney's device to summon a mirror image of Dexter, which auto-attacks enemy units. Activating the skill again allows Cloud to instantly teleport to the mirror Dexter's location, indeed making Cloud quite difficult to catch. Dexter's mirror image deals physical damage and carries the effects of his basic attacks. This skill is highly flexible and is great for when even if Cloud's ultimate is not ready, will also throw enemies off balance as he cuts in and out of the skirmish. Now for Cloud's ultimate. He and Dexter join together in an explosive 360-degree attack that deals continuous physical damage to at most 2 enemy units. This skill also carries the effects of basic attacks and gives Cloud a temporary shield. Any attack speed buffs will increase the hits of damage dealt. Using Cloud's ultimate with equipment items that buff the effects of basic attacks, such as Golden Staff, can result in massive damage against enemy units. Regarding the 2-target limitation, we highly recommend to only use Cloud's ultimate when there are only 2 enemy heroes nearby for greater damage. Also, be sure to take advantage of the added shield to launch a deadly counterattack against enemies. Finally, for his passive, Cloud's partner in crime, Dexter, will help him attack, dealing bonus damage to Cloud's targets. Keep in mind, this passive carries the bonus effects of basic attacks. Therefore, we highly recommend Cloud to equip items that buff the effects of basic attacks. As for the equipment items, we recommend the following 3 sets. Cloud's passive and ultimate are both highly dependent on basic attack effects. Thus, Golden Staff is a perfect pick. Cloud, being able to deal 2 hits of damage, can easily activate the effects of Golden Staff. In terms of emblem sets, we highly recommend everyone to use the Marksman emblem set, which provides strong lifesteal effects and DPS buffs. Cloud when exerting crowd control and reaping. For battle spells, we recommend using Inspire. In our eyes, there is no better battle spell for Cloud's heavy focus on DPS. Cloud sneakily takes down an enemy tower, enemies closing in on his location. Cloud cleverly uses the Art of Thievery to slow down the enemies. He summons a mirror image and immediately teleports away from Johnson and Aurora's dangerous attacks. What a clutch move. Now Lancelot and Freyr coming in hot. Cloud activates his devastating ultimate and eliminates both of them. Cloud switches positions with the mirror image once again to dodge another of Johnson's attacks. Cloud eliminates Aurora and Layla as they attempt to escape. Johnson's rushing back into the skirmish, but is no match for Cloud's hit and run shots. Wow, a pentakill. And that's Mobile Legends' latest hero, Cloud, coming soon for 599 diamonds or 32,000 battle points. Make sure to take advantage of the 30% launch week discount. And until next time, we'll be seeing you in the land of Dawn.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Hi everyone, we meet again in this new episode of Mobile Legends.
He's in Q. I think that's a better name, still. MPL Season 2 is brought to you by Moontoon as well as EGG Network. And before I wanted to start, I felt kind of sad before we went back into us, he was like, "Hi everyone," and then we just cut him off. The hero spotlight. Hi everyone, and then we just
Hi Red Tuts. But so far, the games have been very, very exciting today for those who have just joined. You missed out a huge game between Borneo Dragons and Saiyan Reborn. But calm ourselves down. We're moving on to the next game, whereas We Own World is going up against Air Asian Saiyan.
And let's just get right to it. Let's go to see the video.
Wow. Fantastic, baby. Dance.
I wanna dance, 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 dance. Fantastic, baby.
We own world. Wow, how you guys doing, man?
We're fine.
Yeah. So you guys look nice today? Yeah. All right, you know what? Actually, I can say the best among everybody else. Okay? So this challenge that I have for you guys is called the Feed Me Challenge. So now you guys are divided into 3 teams of 2. I have 3 breads with chocolate syrup. I got 5 biscuits with cream. And I got a burger with a lot of sauce. And I control how much I put on these. You got 1 minute on the clock. I will put you on this beautiful blindfold that we got over here, man.
I think I look very gorgeous, you know.
So you can't see anything, right? All right, 5 biscuits. So the biscuits. One, 2, and 3. Go! Go! Guide him! Good. This is done. Oh, almost, but it's all right. Go! Go! Come on! You got 3 more biscuits to go, man! Oh no! Yeah, here you go. More biscuits for you. Go! Go, man! Let it go! Come on! Come on! You failed the challenge, my friend. You can take off the blindfold. So if you look, he's got some biscuits on the floor, and he's got biscuits left here, he's got biscuits left here, so you lose. Time for you, bro. I'm gonna give you the bread. You like chocolate?
Yes.
All right, let's see if you like it after this game. Okay, on my count, 1, 2, 3, go. Go. Faster. Faster. Stop talking. Eat. Stop moving. Yeah, that's where it is. Come on. Here you go. Second sandwich. You need to help him. There's bread hanging from his mouth. 15 seconds. You got 1 more bread. All right, come on. I'll give you this one fast. Here. The burger. You like your burger with sauce?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Here you go. Oh, okay. I think you can do it. Come on. Yes, you can do it faster. Come on, eat it. Okay, that's good, man. These guys are good. Yeah. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I'm going to give punishments to some of you who failed the most. The biscuit was the biggest failure. Because you see the bread is almost done. This one is almost done, the burger. This one still has 2 left and 1 on the board. And you. You guys will get the punishment. Please bring the spicy noodle. To start. Go. I want to see you finish that noodle, man.
Don't let skate.
It's a double spicy noodle. You got to finish it all by yourself. No drinks for you guys. You know what, guys? Guys, wait. I gotta ask you something. If they're your friends, you gotta help them out, man. Come on, help them finish it. You don't have to finish it. Just help them out finish it faster. Good friend. What are you guys doing here, man? Good friend. What are you guys doing here, man?
My lips growing, you know.
It's okay. Let them get bigger. It'll be sexy, man. You have big lips. Oh, feeding him. Oh my God. So sweet, man. Dragon, you're a dragon, man. You breathe. Finish it for him, man. Why don't we say goodbye the same way we said hello? Wow. Fantastic, baby, dance. Fantastic, baby, dance. I wanna dance.
They don't have the best dance moves. They don't really eat well, but, well, They're still a wild team. We have whole world here. Luffy, X-Ray, Shanks, Minsmoke, Dragon, as well as Mihawk. To be honest, I prefer this punishment over the other two because I actually really like those noodles. I actually eat those noodles for fun.
Really? I can barely take it, so heck nah, man.
I love those noodles. He start play, and just like the hero he's featured on, he's gonna be gushing with that black hair. Look at that. Oh man, I wish I could do those with my blades.
Fancy, man. This guy can go on a killing spree, but he won't go on a hot streak as we just saw just now. He could not take those noodles, man. He could not take those noodles, man. You can see him literally sweating.
He might be. Wow, actually, interestingly, he picks up Winter Truncheon on his version.
Huh. Well, that's actually... Oh. Yeah, now that you mention it, that's pretty interesting to build. Well, maybe this is something unique to Dragon. He does enjoy the playstyle of bursting people out before having... before having to spam out his ultimate as well.
True. Whoa. I want to see, whether he pick up the Gushing. Because if I want to see how Winter Truncheon is worked on Gushing and see how it turns out, but let's comment on those challenges, right? Which one would... Put me to the test, I can do it.
There are 5 and they are so dry. I'd do the burger. I absolutely do the burger.
I cannot eat burgers, man. What?
Wait.
Look, you just the business company just open your mouth. Let's see what Air Asia's side is up to. For us, it's just really evil.
You guys are probably one of the best teams in the world for Mobile Legends, but that's not what I'm going to test you on today. I want to test you on drawing. You need to work as a team. If you lose, you all lose together. If you win, you all win together. Here in front of me in this box, I have basically a bunch of names and also the picture of the hero in Mobile Legends. The first person that is going to be sitting there will take a look at the photo, and then they have to draw it in 10 seconds. Everyone else will be blindfolded, so no one will get to see the hero first. You will not take off your blindfold until they're done. Alright? After they're done, I will ask you to take it off, and then after they're done, I will ask you to take it off, and then you have to guess who is that hero. We're gonna do this for 3 rounds, 10 seconds first, then 5 seconds, and then 3 seconds. Look at it.
Okay.
Are you ready? 1, 2. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay. Solos, you can open your blindfold. You have 10 seconds starting from now. Go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Four, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you finished faster than I thought. Show it to me, show it to me, show it to me. Okay. Alright, okay. Well, he literally added nothing. He just added shadow. Come on, guys. 2, 1, finish. Stop. Fredo, take off your blindfold. Add something, man. Oh my god, he's just adding lines to this. Adding lines to this. 2, 1, stop. Done. Okay. Okay, so this is the final drawing. You have 1 guess only. You have 1 guess.
I think Chow.
Chow? Oh my god! Okay, first, Fredo, you will be guessing. Everyone put on your blindfolds. You only have 5 seconds, remember that. This is your hero. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Look at this, and then look at that. Oh my god. 5 seconds starting from now. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop.
Siapa ni? Okay.
5 seconds starting from now. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? 5 finish. Okay, wow.
Siapa ni?
No one knows what this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finish. 4, 5. Stop. I'll show you guys what they drew.
What is this?
Just go for it, man. Just guess it.
Iritel.
Iritel. Oh! You guys lost 2 rounds. And now it's even harder. So right now, you guys will stay the same. Solos, you will be the one guessing. Fredo, you will be starting the drawing. From you guys. You guys ready or what? Hey! Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay? Alright. Starting from now. 1, 2, 3. Stop. 1, 2, 3. Done. 1, 2, 3. Finish. Stop. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. 1, 2, 3. Okay, not bad, not bad. Confident. Logan, it's your turn now. 1, 2, 3. Well, thanks for the shoes, man. This is all Logan did. That's his addition to the team. Are you ready? This is a drawing.
Zilong.
Yeah! I mean, look at that. It's literally a person being thrown back. They had to do that for Solos to understand. But good job, man.
I'm not that bro. Please carry me. Please.
Seriously, good job. And I will see you guys later. I will carry you guys later. Okay, cool. All right.
Rush and Logan being able to draw. I don't know how many
Logan,
I've had.
if you do not make it in ML, you have a really good career at drawing shoes.
Drawing shoes. Oh,
Did you see those shoes? Those shapes were on point. But yeah,
so beautiful.
Eric, you're saying
So beautiful.
top of the table. Let's see how they did it. The key player of the team.
It's going to be Bunjahat on Fanny here. And
Whoa.
as you can see his build, this is the recommended build, as you can see.
Hello,
4, 5.
production. This is Penjahat himself. He recommends this with guys. If you want to be mythical glory,
You want to have
this is how you do it. Okay,
spares?
you need exactly 1 plus X and 5 without the spare. 5, not 4, not 6, 5. 1 for each finger.
By the way, you must have a high end dry. And this is actually pretty important here because once it stacks up, that's a lot of damage coming in. It really stacks up with the rest of the kit.
Okay, I mean, this it's just like their drawing. It's so unpredictable. It's I'm sorry, Penjahat. You're not Picasso. It's unfortunate. But before we move on, we have a surprise. So we decided to join in a little bit. We're gonna do the thought video very quickly. So viewers, we're gonna show you. We draw the same hero. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, I'm gonna show you. Right? 3, 2, 1.
What is that? What is
Okay, guys. Big smile, you have 2 eyes. He doesn't have. Where's your eyes? How can he look?
You don't need eyes.
Get it out. Okay. So whoever gets this right, I'll give you a candy. Come meet me at playoffs. I'll give you a candy. Production, please see if anyone gets this right. Beautiful art form. Look at this.
Hey man, this is functionality through and through.
Get this out.
All functional.
Check this out. Perfect eyes.
With the faces.
Hey, he's happy. This hero's happy. You know, into another game of Mobile Legends. Strolling through the lane. Not gonna kick. You know what? Enough of the drawings. Let's go to the top video. Let's see what both teams have to say to each other.
Asal saya pula, okay? I bet you guys kenal certain daripada squad kita orang. Macam aku Dragon, aku rasa Rush kenal, Jahat kenal, X-Ray pun rasanya korang pun kenal kan. So, if gerak 5 man tu memanglah kita pernah jumpa sekali je. And korang menang sebab Hawkeye kat slot. But in trio apa semua, banyak kali juga aku ada menang dengan korang. So, harap kita akan buat satu match yang gempak kat Mpl nanti. Tapi jangan ingat korang menang lah.
Bagi Timbo, jangan ingat korang top global 1K. Di sini top global Saitama bos.
I like how it's not trash talk. It's just like stating facts. It's like, oh yeah, so in the previously you go for an epic match. Where's the hey Air just saying the only thing you're good at is that flying planes.
I mean, Aries just saying really put the statement there. Cover your ears for those who have really tense, right? As basically what he said was, one punch at the top of his lungs. I gave a pre-warning. Don't say I didn't give you a pre-warning.
It's not a big enough warning. So yeah, guys.
Not a big enough warning.
I'm actually really proud of my drawing.
Really? I'm proud of that.
Can we just...
You're proud of that? Come on. Functionality, I don't want to give... Oh, I was about to give a huge hint.
Guys.
Oh, boy.
Yes, the hero. If people like it, we'll draw another one. But production, keep track.
Production. This is going to be a scramble.
I'm not sure if people actually... Because we can't really see the viewers chat. Because we don't have anything here. We only have papers. So sorry, I can't go back to your comments. But if you like it, we'll do another one, the next one. But let's talk about this game. You're saying against the Real World. Real World. They looked poised to beat Borneo Dragons last week. Until that mistake coming in, that last team fight. And you could see Borneo Dragons beating up Saiyan Reborn 2-0 with that clean sweep. I'm saying maybe we'll have a fight in our hands.
Possibly. Or could just Borneo Dragons just be the kryptonite of anything Saiyan?
That will be funny to see. And you're just saying, we'll have to remember they have 6 members.
Oh yeah.
I want to see whether Fredo plays. Yesterday, Fredo did not play game 1. Didn't turn out that well. Maybe they want to experiment because they know this is the league scene. They don't really mind playing or not playing. As long as they get in the top 8, then it's okay, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. We are going to go to draft really, really soon. Hopefully he does.
Role on top of mechanics is such a big part, and I think grooming someone else to be able to take that role, even if he isn't able to do it at the day, let's say if he's sick, would be helpful for the team. And as we saw, there is a significant difference.
That's true. And things that you don't really want to rely so much on one player, but unfortunately, Fredo is just Fredo. There was this one post I saw on Facebook, the official community. There was just this fan that wrote a really long post and saying that Fredo, he posted a picture of Fredo, right? And it was like, Fredo's my idol, and why I like him so much because he can play all the heroes and he's such a nice guy. And I can support that. Fredo is the nicest guy you can ever meet. He's just always happy to take pictures with the fans. He's just welcoming in open arms, and he's such a volatile player. He's just such an important player for Asia Saiyan. And we saw it yesterday. When he's in the game and he's not in the game, it's such a big difference. But the rest of Asia Saiyan, let's see who is gonna play. Looks like Fredo will be in. It will be Fredo, Solos, Rush, Logan, and Gripex. This is game 1 of the second game of the day. I'm sorry if that kind of bursts your ears a little bit. We will be on the blue side. Asia Saiyan will be on the red side.
I think we need a pre-warning production. Just take my notice, have a pre-warning of this content is going to be extremely loud. But honestly,
I expect same bans.
Same bans, but I am expecting We Own World to really put up a fight here. It's going to be interesting to say the least. And yes, he did mention quite a few. Dragon did mention quite a few facts, especially with Lord Killsteel. That was. We don't know whether they've actually adapted to the new meta or whether they're going to abuse the changes. Are we going to see another Eudora?
So, Selena, Grot, we'll have to only see, but it looks like so far the bans are as standard as you can be. They're keeping on to meta, don't want to shy away from what they know so far. Dragon, let's see what he wants. He's not really good at eating biscuits, but is he good at banning heroes? That's the real question.
We're just going to have to see. I'm expecting Hayabusa to eventually get banned out for some time soon. The question is, Claude, is he worth banning out, or do they really want to first pick him? The question is, Claude, is he worth banning out, or do they really want to first pick him and play him for themselves?
We're going to have to see. Honestly, Saiyan Reborn didn't really put Claude to his full potential. Ticking in 4 seconds, Fanny getting banned away. So a little bit of change here and there. Hayabusa, or if I'm not mistaken, the other one was Helker.
Yeah.
Either one is not going to get banned, or maybe both won't get banned because Gripex and as you're saying, they can choose not to ban out anything and just leave it hanging.
That means a priority pick is actually going to go over to the old world.
Iggy!
That's a pretty smart move because now 2 picks are left out in the open and it allows AirAsia Saiyan to actually pick up quite a few. So, I mean, Hellcurt's on the table. That's a very big. Hayabusa is also on the table. Claude is on the table for We Own the World. However, 2 picks are going to go over to AirAsia Saiyan. That's going to be really huge here. So they really got to decide what they want.
Yep, Hellcurt locked in. No brainer. Hellcurt, the silence is so strong. Hayabusa. They knew that there was a high chance Hellcat would get picked up when they don't ban it. Looks like Fredo, they're not sure yet. Cho is getting Halberd for now. Cho is really strong, like we said, the changes to Jikundo, the 20% active range brings so much. But will Fredo go for the Hayabusa? Not gonna be Jawhead. Jawhead is more of a standard pick. It's gonna be wow.
And this is kind of what I was lamenting over a little bit, because if you are hovering over Cho, you have the opportunity to actually pick up Jawhead for yourself, but that just leaves a couple more options for We Own World to actually pick up on themselves.
They can go Hayabusa if they want to.
Exactly. So it's a very interesting strategy to actually go through, meaning that they're investing quite a bit on getting the picks with Cho and also Jawhead, making sure that they have the intended effect in the early stages of the game. But it looks like they completely disregarded that whatsoever. Martis and also Kagura. Wow, we haven't seen Kagura in a while.
And there was if I'm not mistaken, the patch didn't touch Kagura at all.
Yeah, she's untouched.
So the reason why we're seeing so much
she's untouched.
So the reason why we're seeing so much more Mars is because the offshore aura buffed a little bit, the 80 scaling went up buffed a little bit, the 80 scaling went up buffed a little bit, the 80 scaling went up to 1.2 from 1.0. So that's a little bit of buff, but there you go. Clock getting locked in one more time.
And has
clearly getting locked in one more time.
And has
clearly Minotaur as well. Clearly teams, professional teams at that, they value Claude, they understand the value of this hero. They understand the value of this hero, but how much can it bring? We didn't coming from Hellcat and Martis together with Kagura, but the thing is they do not have any marksman, they don't have any burst, so they need to end the game as soon as they can, because Hellcat in the later stages will scale a little bit. Same goes to Kagura, right? The damage is not that much. Right now, as you said, they need a mage. They need some sort of magic damage. Gushun is still available if they want to.
Gushun would be pretty big, yeah, I would agree. The question is whether they've got a plethora of options. What really benefits them if they decide to go for Gushun?
I feel like Gushun is a really good pick because it stacks up with what they want to do, and it's sort of AoE as well. But nope, Alice does the same thing. Another mage as well. The Blood Ode doing so much whenever she pops the ultimate, and you can do it as a front line. Stacks really, really well. I like AJS's team comp more than We Own World. They are on a timer. If their team comp goes beyond 15 minutes, they'll find it really, really hard to win the game.
And here's where we kind of disagree on it. I like Air Asian Saiyans composition very much, as well as We Own Worlds. We Own Worlds has a very clear strategy here, but the Alice pick over the Gushun is so much more important, mainly because having to deal with Angela and able to shield a global ultimate that shields a person, the burst isn't going to be as effective. And you already have a Minotaur, so not only do you have any abilities to set up a very big Gushun, double fan of knives, pull the ball back, super huge amount of damage. Instead, they go for this dual synergy of Minotaur and also Alice. Really strong combination here so far, and they've got the DP.
You like We Own World much more. Let's see what actually happens. It's down to the 10 players in the server, in the game. We Own World will be on the blue side, Anderson on the red side. This is game 1 in this best of 3 series.
I mean, how can you not love We Own World after that video? Just how can you not love those guys? Definitely lovable characters here, but very early invade coming in for Air Asia, saying they're going to be proxying the wave very, very fast. Martis is not going to touch it at all.
Yep, they know that, you know what, there's 2 members, we're not going to do anything about it, and Martis, he's happy to just farm it under the turret. That's what he want to do. No invades early on, only Alice together with Cho there. Interesting enough, Rush playing Cho and Logan playing that Alice. A little bit of a switch up here, and they're playing so aggressive, stealing 2 camps away from We Own World, buffing up a little bit of a goal lead in this early stages already.
Which is great, especially from the side of Air Asia, because then they're going to hit their power spikes first, which kind of mitigates the early game potential coming in from We Own World. Hellcat right now, just by himself, he's quite happy to scale up to level 4 very, very quickly here, but this is going to be an important fight around the 2-minute mark where people have hit level 4, they're going to be looking to force the fight.
We Own World just gave up the real crap for free, and that's what you don't want to do. You're giving away 150 gold just like that. Remember, every 2 seconds they will tick for 10 gold, and for 15 seconds it will do. For 30 seconds it will do that. So 15 ticks. You they're generating the goal lead, Ericsson without kills. They're just catching down all these creep waves, and now Shanks using that puppet on stick, going on to Rush, but will not get that tether off. Will be just taken away.
I'm not sure if it's just a lot of respect or they're just not willing to risk it.
Fredo in that brush, going for that brush, going for that Kagura, does use the ejector, pop up the smart missiles, but will not go for it. Remember, there was a slight nerf going onto Jawhead there, the dead pop there, but just defensively.
I mean, surprisingly enough, even though it is it's not a super significant nerf, but you can start to see it add up in the later stages of the game. For now, it hurts. It hurts for now. But we'll see towards the mid-game where people are surviving with just a sliver of health most of the time, or isn't able to be peeled off very, very well, or isn't able to be peeled off very, very well.
In Rush with the flicker, but not quick enough. Will it be enough to take it out of Rush? No. Turrets, not pain enough. And not pain enough. And looks like Rush will be live air. Grabback gets a car to the face, but he's a cow. He'll be okay.
He'll be fine. The bull is going to be fine. Now, All4 has already... Oh,
what a flip up. Just drags Fredo right into the hand, but oh no! The Decimate sending Fredo a free kill. But Real World doing what they can. A beautiful tree, man, there. Going on to it. I should say, forced to run till Fredo is there. 4 members are there. Daily poisons thing into the heart of Fredo, into the heart of Joy. Pick up 1 kill. Grindback might be the second chunk casualty. Like motivational raw will not be enough. The heal is there, and that's why you pick Hellcurve. Anymore, the blood oath is not available, and that's gonna be a free turtle going on a Real War. No way. Oh, that was really close. But looks like Angela will be able to survive that. Oh, Mihawk going a little bit
going down
deep there.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but they did take... Oh, is this going to be one more? I mean, Fredo could flick him over. But he manages to get the last hit, gets out of there with no issues whatsoever. However, Solo's happily just taking out towers. He's so happy to do this, especially since Hellcurt has already rotated, but and nobody has actually gone to actually deal with the innate problem here.
A rival? Wait. Someone picked the rival. Mio picked the rival.
Oh, that's interesting.
Interesting going there. Solos staying up to his name. Will be taking down the turret all by himself. He did actually kill off Dragon by his lonesome. Just a fun fact for you. Real World's name. All their members' names are based off a anime.
Yeah, One Piece.
One Piece. Yeah, that's the. I don't watch anime, so I don't really know. So we dubbed them as the King of Thieves. Can they live up to their name? Stealing away.
You mean King of Pirates? King of... Oh my gosh! My inner weeb is just... No!
Stop! I do not watch any anime. When when Bajahat talked about Saitama, I had no idea who was Saitama.
That's why I screamed out One Punch Man.
Yeah, now I know.
Oh man, I can't. You uncultured.
Fredo getting into it, but Ejector will pop Luffy back into turret range, or at least attempt to, but the rest of Angel says that there goes the Blazing Square, locking onto 2 members, and Shank just staying in place, going down there. Here comes Mio with the rapid touchdown, will not be enough. Green Fredo coming from the backside, and there goes 1 kill, there goes 2 kills, and a total 4 for 0 exchange for Aries. Just saying.
What a beautiful juggle of turret aggro. Just really, really well done all around. Great engage. Fredo set that up so perfectly, ending up with a double kill, an innate double kill, and then going in for the dive immediately after. Just really well played by Aries. Just saying there.
Fredo has spawned, and it looks like Aries is saying they're gonna make their way into the turtle, gonna equalize the turtle squad, making sure nothing goes right. And Solos leaves the artillery with Dexter on his back. Should be able to take it, no problems whatsoever.
Yeah, it looks like the build has been following around Rapid Boots, and also as well as Demon Hunter as well.
Demon Hunter saw it looks like a staple at the moment for all marksmen, but I don't think there was anything changed with that item. It's just that people are starting to value it much more to kill off the tanks.
Especially against Johnson. I mean, that's going to be in your face most of the time, so having a way to actually deal with that is pretty useful overall. But I have to say, we're going to have to see how the build is actually going to end up. Is it going to be the Golden Staff build?
Falls, gets popped up. He just wants to run away. Looks like the Heart Guard gets popped by Angela as well, keeping Dragon alive, using a lot of abilities. Those are 2 global abilities. Gets popped by Real World. Defensively at that, Creepax jumps into the line of fire, wants to go for Real World. King Fredo uses the ejector, doesn't land onto it, and there goes the Mihawk Fury, using onto Mihawk. Mihawk should go down here. There goes the flowing blood, will not go onto it, and there goes the silence as well.
He survives.
They're doing so much, and everything still tendering up and down. And it looks like they will pick up 1 kill, and they are just happy that Logan has that flowing blood and will be able to back off. And Solo's picking out a turret by his lonesome, together with Dexter, I guess, on that.
AirAsia is just walking all over them. Yeah, looks like it's going to be the Golden Staff build.
I'm still really curious. Maybe it's because of Dexter. That's why they want to go to staff. That you proc 3 times of your passive.
I mean, I do agree that the slow is going to be great, and overall just having the extra damage in general, but is the output going to be enough, especially when you're up against a team like this? And I guess that's where the Demon Hunter
meanwhile,
comes in.
Here comes, he tops the bottom side. They want to go on the Mihao. Mihao is really tanking. Greenbacks is in rage form. He does have the ultimate available if he wants to go for it. But looks like they are just going to back up. Beautiful 2-man mono call. But they will just back off from it. Rush has the Jikundo and up. 3-man Deadly Pincer will stun it up, but no follow-up whatsoever. Solos get mono coiled up. But he's just a free man walking left, right, and center.
Fredo. King Fredo is just naturally taking mid turret by himself.
There goes your ultimate. Bloodon is there together with the Dream the Trunter, but not necessary whatsoever. Solos showing us the full potential of Claude and flowing blood. They want more of Claude and flowing blood. They want more. They're diving into the base of We Own World, securing more kills to their name. And Logan in the 3 top spot. He will go down with himself. Invincible. How long can he survive? 3-man stun on slide on the Johnson. Solos will go down to the turret. Execute coming in. Only member standing is that Johnson, and he will go down himself. That's the team wipe. And Aaron just saying, as clean as a whistle, they will get that bottom inhibitor and they will just walk away.
Wow, that was already a very impressive load juggling the turret aggro, but the way that they pulled that off was impressive enough. Mainly which was unfortunate that he had to die. If not, this would probably equal to something pretty big like Lord. But they did get the inhibitor tower, which is so important for them because now they don't have to worry about the lane at all.
Yep, that's true. Okay, I just got a really funny message from production. Apparently, they also didn't know what hero we drew.
You gotta tell me this now? But come on, man!
Okay. So, I just told them the answer, so they should know what's it. But meanwhile, back to the game. Dragon pops it down next 4, going for it. Oh, but Rush, he's still so tanky and doing so much damage. Hard guard gets pop here. Mihao going into the hands of Logan. This could be the turn. Logan taking solo. The silence is there as well. Brutal keeping him alive, but it's just not enough lives to come in. Now Rush forced to use his flicker. Mino off screen. King Fredo picks up a kill by Martis.
So it's so far a 2-for-1, looking pretty good for AirAsia because they're going to take more immediately after and look to push to end the game.
Yep, it's like Solos will be... No, honestly, Solos has been doing really solid this game. I'm really liking his positioning. He's going for Endless Battle next, so his build seems pretty solid at the moment. And now with Lord, they will push out on 2 turrets. Oh, you can see Rush playing so aggressive already into the enemy's base. A little bit too aggressive for my liking. Gripex using that Despair Storm as well.
Gripex is kind of in this awkward position where he's just absorbing damage and he's just standing there taking it.
Yeah, but now that's what they're doing. They're just distracting Fredo, using the Distractor, forcing him back, and that's a tank for you, Gideon. That's a tank, and he just goes out immediately, and Dragon gets decimated in the health bar, gone just like that. Military pops on the last 2 remaining men of the real world, and just
an impressive game 1, especially from AirAsia. They definitely changed up their playstyle in the past weeks, and now it looks like they are feeling more secure and very clean about what they are doing, very confident. And We Own World is kind of this position where they're giving a little bit too much respect over to AirAsia. There are a lot of times where the rotations could have happened a little bit sooner, but just the contingency plan, it works out the first time. Second time, they kind of just let it go.
Oh my god! I mean, this is why people are saying that Claude is so strong. We see it fully. Let's look. Oh, I thought I was going to replay. Sorry about that. But I want to see the replay of that game because every time Solos is showing us the full potential. Thank you so much, production, for making me not alive. Immediate. This was a little bit of a misplay coming up here. King Fredo coming in early on, but I was just saying, coming on point. Solos blazing duet, hitting on multiple members, and that is what you needed. he was pushing towers left, right, and center. He knew he had battle mirror image, so he was always safe. He was playing so aggressive, bringing, but this was just a really good team effort. Fredo coming from the flank, no escape from your world.
I have to commend King Fredo and also Solos. The way those two played together was pretty impressive because a lot of those picks were set up by Fredo innately and a good follow-up. I mean, Gripex did get some great engagers here, but he wasn't innately setting them up. He was just waiting for the right opportunity to go in.
Yeah, we can see that. And you're saying, I felt like this game was just textbook for him, right?
Very.
All right,
very.
go for it. And this is the strength. Right there. This is just like the hero spotlight, right? Blazing Duet, two members, Decimate killing them off, removing them from the map. And
yeah, that's
there's
true.
a little bit of overstep coming from Harrison and Solos. Ooh, Harrison and Solos. Ooh, sorry. They just went down.
Yeah, and honestly, a big part of that was just the silence because Alice wasn't able to get off her second skill fast enough. Oh man, it's good damage here, but is it enough? Is this what we're supposed to be expecting out of every single Claude?
Yes. That's why you pick Claude. That's why people think Claude is so strong. And I firmly believe that we'll see Claude again in the second game. As you say,
most likely,
in
yeah.
full control. They are in the driver's seat. They have the momentum. I can hear production laughing. I'm not really sure why. Hopefully it's a good thing.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good thing. But
okay.
overall, Claude, expecting the next game, that's what we're going to be predicting. But we're going to go on a short break. And in the meantime, go grab yourselves a drink.
Wait. Okay, guys. This might be a tad unprofessional, but everyone has laughed at my bottle.
Can we not?
Guys, I need you to back me up. Yes or no? So I drink water first. Okay, this is my bottle. This is water. Water is inside. I drink from this. Okay, you can see this tap. This is how you drink. Everyone has laughed at me. You can see all over social media. Everyone's like, "Wow, what is this? Has Camel lost his mind? Has Matthew gone through?" Tell me in the comments whether this is acceptable as a bottle of water. MPL Season 2 is brought to you by EG Network and Moontut. We'll see you right back.
Contractor, who swore to protect the ancient maze of Minos. As the leader of the Minoan Guard, Aldo swore to protect the maze of Minos for his entire life. Unfortunately, the god saw it fit to punish him by changing his bodily form, giving him a grotesquely large arm that struck fear in the people around him. What's scarier is that his arm can gain seemingly infinite power through the souls trapped within it. Needless to say, Aldo is a formidable foe on the battlefield. Overall, Aldo is capable of attacking nearly any enemy on the map, and he has the ability to endlessly strengthen his attack damage by killing his foes. In short, Aldo is a warrior who possesses strong burst DPS. For his first skill, Aldo activates his arm's latent energy to strengthen his next basic attack. If that attack kills an enemy unit, then Aldo's basic attack damage will permanently increase. What makes this skill even stronger is that enhanced basic attacks will deal bonus damage against minions, making Aldo a good choice for laning. In fact, this skill is Aldo's primary DPS skill. We recommend everyone to solo a lane in order to accumulate as much damage enhancements as possible, thus allowing Aldo to become a deadly foe in mid to late game. For his second skill, Aldo activates a defensive barrier that makes him immune to all basic attacks and reduces damage from other attack types. When reactivating the skill within 1 second of activation, or when the skill duration ends, Aldo will stun and damage nearby enemy units. Use the skill before charging into a skirmish and very useful in promoting Aldo's survivability. For his ultimate, Aldo can temporarily gain the field of vision of any one of the enemy heroes. During this time, reactivating his ultimate allows Aldo to lock onto one of the enemy heroes for a strike that damages and knocks back the enemy hero. However, canceling the strike while Aldo is attacking results in additional cooldown time. Use this skill and Aldo can attack any enemy hero on the map which is indeed very powerful. However, do not use the skill blindly. For example, it would be better to cancel Aldo's ultimate if he's attacking an enemy surrounded by allies. We strongly, and I mean strongly, urge everyone not to feed. As for Aldo's passive, after every 3 attacks, the next attack's damage will generate a shield that absorbs damage, lasting 3 seconds each time. Now here's something amazing. The basic attacks enhanced by Aldo's first skill will also activate his passive. What this means is Aldo can generate a very powerful shield due to the synergy between his passive and generate a very powerful shield.
Welcome, guys. That is clearly a bottle. I don't care what people say. I'm gonna drink out of it. Watch me at playoffs. I'm gonna take it out. And when you're thirsty, don't look for me, okay? Be like, hey Matthew, can I drink from your bottle? I'll be like, hey, no. Okay, anyway, guys.
Well, after all the butthurt, we've been having some exciting games today.
Exciting games. But before that, guys, this is Fanny. Okay, the steel cables. The cables.
Really? I thought this was better because at least you can see the steel cables.
So we have one more. Since a lot of guys, everyone like having fun. Ready? 3. Production's gonna laugh so hard for this. 3, 2, 1. So hard for this. 3, 2, 1. Wait. Have a good look. I think yours is better. Have a good look.
Mine is way better. What is yours?
He's angry. He has the teeth, and the angry eye. Angry eyebrows, and he's like, he's like silence, angrily.
It looks like a cockroach, dude. What the heck?
3 exclamation. You know what? Enough. Let's try.
Oh my god.
So this time, there is no miscommunication.
All right.
Hellcat gets banned down. No Hellcat ban just yet. Looks like Diggy is gonna get picked off straight away. So they're still keeping up onto the same bans. This is professionalism.
I'm expecting a lot of the exact same bans here. I don't expect.
I think we will change the ban off because they know that the same bans that happened last game didn't work out. So normally when you're in the losing end, you want to change off your bans.
I mean, they had a lot of options to work with. I mean, that's a lot was set up, which was interesting to say the least. So, what side of We Are World? I'm expecting the same bans, but different picks.
I think Asia's saying will still ban on the same thing. I forgot what it was. Diggy and
Grok.
No, it wasn't Grok. I kind of think, right? They played really well in the first game. That's what you want to do.
Exactly, and I think AirAsia saying is absolutely happy going with the same bands throughout. They don't really have to think too hard about
Martis.
it. Actually, they decided to change it up and get rid of Martis.
I guess the Martis was a little bit. I don't know. I wouldn't think. Would you call it an issue for them?
Well, in that particular game,
not
really an issue. But this game where they have to focus on getting the priority pick, they're definitely going to give Martis over if they don't ban it out. So I mean, it's a good pick overall.
Let's see what we all want to go for. They might just want to take away Grok since it's so strong. I'm not betting anything anymore because I don't think they'll ban Grok. So don't put me on that like last week.
Pseudo Junior.
No Pseudo Junior anymore. That was last week. That's the past. We don't talk about it. Hellcat getting banned out. We saw, even though Dragon did have the best time on the Hellcat, to be really strong. King Fredo locking that Grok. Grok is still first pick priority. Power of nature, early stages. He's just a lame bully, and this time looks like We Are World they want to grab Jawhead out for themselves.
I mean, yes, he can go for Jawhead. Will he make as much of an impact like how King Fredo had played him out? We're just going to have to see. The question is, do they want to pick up Cho as well? Are they going to do the exact same thing?
I think they do. They should. They know that this is a good combination. Like you can see, right? Cho is like, no, I won't stop predicting things because I'm not good at predicting stuff. But it will be the Minotaur instead. It looks like they value that crowd control, they value that team fight presence, they want this pick.
Okay, considering what the picks have been for the side We Are World, I'll give it a couple predictions later, but AirAsia is saying they've got a lot of options opened up to them, and so far today itself, we haven't been seeing a lot of Lancelot. which is rather interesting. But again, he's going to be picked up one more time. It's going to be great to see him. Hopefully, we're going to see him do some even more epic plays coming over. But for the side of We Own World,
No!
they're not actually.
No! Okay,
Wow.
Clint did get some changes.
Did get
His
buffs,
numbers
yeah.
did get buffed up. But even we talked about it before the cast, we're like, nah, he just takes way too long to get ramped. Nah, he just takes way too long to get ramped up. But it looks like they want to try things out here. And you're saying, locking in that Clint.
A very important aspect of Clint is actually getting the smoke screen off.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't get that smoke screen out, it's going to be
Vexana.
difficult with him. Vexana, okay, Vexana makes sense.
Double magic composition coming up from We Own World. They want that long range damage. They want that magic damage. The last pick has to be a fighter because they do not have enough physical right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting a fighter. I'm expecting a Gushan as well.
I like
At
this.
least get rid of the backline. I mean, Harley's actually a great pick here, especially when he needs to assassinate. Especially when you're trying, when the thing you're trying to get rid of is Minotaur, who's going to be a big Stonehenge to deal with.
If you pick out Harley, you're not picking up Minotaur. You want to use that space as get into the backlines, pick up Vexana.
I was trying to say it's easier to get past Minotaur compared to Gush.
Just to note on all the viewers, right? Harley did get a change. The ultimate skill, his ultimate now does 50% instead of 40% application. So you get, it's much easier to burst. Last one, Hayabusa, Lancelot, they are spoiled for choices. They can do whatever they want. Lancelot is the pick up. Always a solid pick. What do you think of the two team comps really quickly?
It's hard to say. It's pretty even. Both sides are very versatile in what they want to do. They can team fight really well. They've got the synergies for wombo combos here. That's for sure. The most important thing, I kind of feel like it's so dependent on how Air Asian Saiyan plays the early stages of the game. Because if Lancelot does get ahead to buy time for the rest of the team, they are going to start taking over the game very slowly but surely.
Definitely. And I personally agree with you in the fact, I feel Air Asian has the most solid comp still. They have the more cursed oath. I'm jumping on my words today. Cursed oath to get that 6 member.
Yeah.
Okay. Same goes to Alice. You need to hit those multi-man targets. Lancelot, they want to fight in small areas, right? Because all their abilities hit AoE. And those are big AoEs. Together with Alice with the Blood Oath, we have Lancelot with the Thorn Rose. But let's look at what's gonna happen because we are in the game too. And you're saying we'll be on the blue side. We will be on the red.
Again, apologizing for how loud the cast is. We definitely need like a graphic when we're casting. Just like prepare for your eardrums to be burst.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
I mean, it's bad on my side. You're shouting and I can feel it. But overall, I honestly think when it comes to how, especially We Own World is going to play, it's so dependent on whether Vinsmoke gets a multi-man ultimate.
Yep. They need to make sure that they get that ramp up, right? Mino Fury into that Mihawk Blood. Hit those multi-man and then Dragon incoming with the Thorn Rose to do a lot of damage.
Wow, they just cleared that wave so quickly. But again, Air Asians here are being very aggressive. They are invading the top side as much as possible here. And I mean, Lancelot, he's going to be trying to rush to get hit level 4 as soon as possible and look for an opportunity to actually pick somebody off. And that's going to be how they want to play so far. He needs to hit level 4 before he really can take on both Grok and Bane, who naturally have higher base damages in comparison to the most heroes.
He uses the crab claw cannon and the rum. Put some good poke there. Oh, Logan. Did he steal it out? No, he did not.
So.
Oh no, Clint steal it out. Solo's there. Good pickoff coming in. Does have the. Let's see how this can work out here. Looks like first blood getting drawn by Rush. Now, just a fun fact here. Oh, there's a return queue coming in. Not really sure what happened there. Everyone is pretty low here. Dragon now. Fredo makes the flicker onto Luffy. Luffy, you're actually pretty low yourself, but with the confidence, with the damage, he will be able to take down. It will be a 2 for 2 after all of that, but as you're saying, does have the lead.
Yeah, and this is going to be really important for We Own World to keep up consistently because Air Asia Saiyan likes to set the pace of the game, likes to control the tempo overall. But it looks like Vinsmoke forced the flicker out of the way here. Grok going to go for him, probably going to go look for an invade, trying to get some information on where the enemy team is.
Yep. Grok doing what, this is what you need to do as Grok, right?
Oh,
you have that passive. When you ever have Power of Nature up available, you don't get CC and you need to put that pressure. Oh, Shaq, dang. That is just 20 seconds. Oh, Luffy, they're going for a dive. They tried to push on the Logan. Flicking really aggressively. Now, 4 members. Oh, my. Crab Claw Cannon. More like Death Claw Cannon with that damage coming in. They will take down 1. And now, Shaq's actually take out 1 Q in the backside. Flicker. Fancy feet, but not enough. There goes the Phantom Execution. 1 more auto attack. 1 more spell. No, he survives. Grandpax will be able to walk away from this. He was tanky enough, and that is the strength of Grok.
Oh man, Grok's passive just came up at the right time, and they're going to be taking a lot of damage towards the mid tower. Luckily, the rotation coming in from Vinsmoke to pick up that wave. Mihawk is able to push out a little bit of damage. I don't think they're going to completely commit to this fight because they need Vinsmoke to hit level 4 before they really want to like turn the tables onto the side of Air Asia Saiyan.
There goes Dragon. He is pretty slippery, so pretty hard to catch him. He has 2 abilities that lets him dash or blink to a certain location, so it's always hard to pick him up. Meanwhile, happily in that bottom side, taking out a goal. Meanwhile, top side is all that damage, all the action coming in. The Vinsmoke coming in. Will he go for the ultimate? He is in range from. Pops the ultimate is the Mihawk, but will not pick up anyone. Curse Oath is on Logan, so he will get a ghost of it, but no follow-up is kind of wasted there.
Really good disengage overall. Solos, I mean, he is playing Clint. It takes quite a while to get him online. He has the rapid boots to respond to everything, but overall, just look at how he plays. He doesn't exactly have...
Oh, not sure what happened there, but Logan did get picked off. I think Solos onto this turtle. They know that hands of Great Packs into the hands of a rock and the deadly magic. Surprise, surprise. Now you see it, and now you don't. They do take out Mihawk, but the turtle will go over to
Well, at least Will was able to get some kind of consolation prize out of all of it because they did lose their bottom tier 1 very, very quickly over to Clint. And right now, Clint, he needs about 3 items, I have to say, before he really comes up online. And this is going to be important here.
Oh, there was a little bit of bait coming in from Solo. Shumpo was used by Logan. Not put the curse off. So looks like what they want to do with the curse off is to just get a tanky member in line.
Hey, who needs the draft the tank when you can just steal it?
Yep, that is true, but they do have a tank. You know, it's a Minotaur. Like, Lightning Tron gets completed by Rush at the moment, so he will have that little bit of burst and grip back. Just being the betrayer at the moment, and Luffy does get focused in. Beautiful ultimate there. Wow, charge into the ultimate. That is the buff coming in, and Rush, he will get focused in. Now, Dragon is in a little bit of trouble. King Fredo's there. Here comes the flicker into the jump, but couldn't get an angle for the way of the Dragon, so will not be able to kick Dragon in back into the hands of Fredo. Meanwhile, though, Clint now rotating to his top side. He took down the bottom tower into the top side. Now, Gripax is there. Oh, Mirror Fury, how much will he hit? He'll hit 2 members, but there's just no follow-up. Diddy Magic is there. A flicker does get forced away, but look at that. Bane picking out a kill in the bottom side. That was the fight that we saw earlier on. They finally did manage to take out Dragon on that landslide, and now they can just freely push. They have the daily catch onto it. They will get a tower, but now here comes the ultimate. Ejector will push him back. Logan just really, really slippery, just like a smooth criminal, trying to move left, right, and center. He will have the immobilizer because there is the blood. He uses the shovel over the wall. The auto attack is just not enough. He will Jikundo out of there. And just like a smooth criminal, you never saw him coming. He just walks out of there.
Yikes! Even though they even popped the retribution on top of it to make sure he slows him down was not enough to actually pick him off. And again, once more, Shanks gets cut down in the process. Air Asia Saiyan are in full control of this game.
Full control indeed, and full control is what they want to do. Windsmoke forces out, gets a flicker forced out. I say, there goes the Guardian's Barrier, and oh my god, this is just a few day for Rush. Remember, the highlight I want to go to is when, I think in 2 seasons ago, during MPL Season 1 playoffs, he was top global Harley, so he knows how to play this hero.
Oh yeah, this is not something that he's very uncomfortable with. And so far the buffs have been doing him very, very well, where he's confident that if he has a team member to add a little bit more damage, he's able to pump it. But this is going to be the fight that you want to keep an eye out for.
Mihawk, he's just trying to play ring around the rosy. One more ultimate. A little bit of overkill, but Gripax will mine. Because he'll pick up that kill for himself.
Oh, now Rush picking up the concentrated energy. This is going to be so good for him because now he's going to be able to sustain, take fights, go into the jungle, come back out with full health, and continue. Foes in a lot of trouble. They cannot stop the bleeding as of right now, as 2 lanes are getting shoved in, and there's nothing they can do. Vinsmoke.
There goes the Pop, and Pop goes the Weasel. There goes the Center. Phantom is here. He's on the 4 members. This could be the surround they are looking for. They take 2, but there goes Clint Souls. The Soul Rush auto attack. Left, right, center. He's on a triple kill. Can he get more? Beyond into the face of Souls. He wants to take down this lane. He gets off the kill, and now he wants more Blood Gripex into the sight, but they are not going to continue on to it. And 3-for-3 exchange, it looked terrible for Air Asia, but they went out even.
I mean, this is honestly a really great ultimate coming in from Vinsmoke, and not to mention a very, very good bait there.
And the Phantom is just like a perfection. It's like the cream on top of the cake, bam, across everyone. But no one touched Souls. He stayed alive for so long. and he managed to just do so much damage.
Yeah, he's able to pump out. You gotta understand, when you're playing Clay, that a lot of your damage actually penetrates right through people. And that slowly adds up to the AoE damage, which is so effective.
Rush pops the Daily Magic and immediately Shanks.
Oh, Shanks is below 15% HP.
I think that's like 30% health.
Yikes.
That is the buff coming in. 50% damage amplification is the stat. Damage amplification is the stat. Wow.
Oof.
Dear, oh dear.
I mean, this is looking, so far it's looking really bad for We Own Well, but so far, because of the 50-50 they took, they were able to staunch the bleeding for now. Unless AirAsia Saiyan wants to reopen the wound. They might want to reopen the wound.
They might want to go for it. And there goes the Space Escape into the Daily Magic. Phantom Max escapes into the Daily Magic. Phantom Max, but AirAsia got you. But AirAsia got you every single time.
I mean, with one member down, they've clearly going to open up the wood. They're going to be looking for that mid-tier 2 and start pushing into the inhibitors. I mean, 16 seconds until Dragon comes back up. We Own World are in a lot of trouble.
And they are indeed, because they are knocking into the inhibitor. 4 members strong, 4 men strong. Against We Own World, they are trying to defend. And Solo's using that blind smoke to do so much damage. Luffy using the ejector. That is what they join. No way he's gonna survive. And just like clockwork, every single time we see the ultimate get popped by Rush, the Deadly Magic staying true.
It's just so rough. And as soon as they're able to punish them, they go straight onto the Lord. With only 2 members, Solos and Rush, this is going to be done so quickly. Especially considering that every other member is on 1 lane each, continuously pushing it out, making sure that they can't even get out of their base.
Just like that, they just needed 2 members and they get it. Logan there, playing frontline, uses Jakundo, tried to connect onto Dragon on the Lancelot, but couldn't find way for Lord. They might not want to do, because they have all the momentum in the world. Logan looking for a pickoff, but nothing just so yet.
Oh, the amount of damage. You can honestly see the amount of damage Clint is actually being able to pump out right now. He has the Windtalker. He also has Berserker's Fury. He's got plenty of crit, and he's got a lot of burst.
He has all the damage in the world. The only thing he doesn't have is defense, but at the moment, I don't think he's really worried about that.
I mean, his front line's protecting him very well, and most of the time they are initiating the fights themselves, and this might be the initiation they're looking for, especially for We Own World.
Hello? Error 404, Lord not found.
Oh boy.
A little bit of a display coming in. Grab back, but now comes the maneuver. Hits onto 2 members. Fredo looks to be the target of We Own World, but they want to go to Logan, but it's just not enough. The Fredo will not do enough. Dragon doing what he can. He does pick off Solos. That is the main marksman. That is the main damage, but he will pay for it with his own life. But guess what? Surprise, surprise. Rush is still alive, and newsflash, he does a lot of damage. Now, as you said, walking through this top side, poker trick onto the hands of Winslow. They are going for this game. Gunnan's Barry will block off the pop, and now the flicker into it. They want to end this game. As you're saying, they want to show that they are a dominant force. They can end things as far as they go. King Fredo picking up the Thunderbell just for good measure. Pops the deadly catch of the Nexus, but they are backing up. They will not want to risk it. They will back off. But that's a huge win for AirAsia Saiyan.
Looks like it's 1 HP. Wow! It's 1 HP!
No!
I think they were very confident.
Wait. I can see this. They are going for it. Come on, Rush. Go for the fancy play. Go for the back door.
No way he's going to do that. I don't think he has enough auto attack damage. Maybe if it was someone like Logan, more likely, or even Solos, maybe even Gripex, but more likely Logan could be able to pull that off. This is kind of unfortunate here, because they were pretty confident it was going down. Now they have to play once more. Logan here, he's...
Okay, the thing about Mobile Legends is that we don't have any structures because the backdoor protection is so high. Meanwhile, Gripex, he doesn't mind being front line. He's the tank. He's going to charge out the power of nature. How many is going to hit? No is the answer, but guess what? As easy as that. They pick off Fencer in the off screen. Same goes to Minotaur. They do pick off Solos, but come on, this is as easy as
that damage.
Into Nexus. They're gonna take this game. Concentration energy. They're doing what they can, but they will take down game 2. Much of a calmer say this time around. And AirAsia Saiyan gonna complete their week with a 2-0. over We Own World.
A very, very clean game coming in from Air Asia Say. They played such a strong game, and especially game 2. Game 1, they kind of gave a little bit of respect to We Own World, and We Own World just let them walk over them in a lot of these awkward situations here. However, Air Asia Say played such a nasty game 2 here that I honestly think that We Own World really, even though they were looking for the opportunities to get ahead, he could not actually look for the engagements that they wanted unless they lost an objective or they were forced into a position where they could actually 5v5. For an example, when Lord was knocking on their doorstep.
Yeah, that's true. But the main, I think, we're kind of understanding. Unfortunately, Solos, he did play pretty well, but rush on that Harley, showing that even the poker trip, the nerf was a little bit. I think it was 0.05. It was from 0.125 to 0.12, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The daily magic buff is just way too strong. Every time he used that ultimate, he
almost guaranteed
one kill.
Yeah.
100%. Let's look at the highlights really, really quickly of this game. And I think from start to finish, it was all Air Asia Say.
Yeah, it really is. Air Asia Say played such a strong game. And though We Own World was looking for an opportunity to keep up, just the pressure coming in from the top side of the map, they were just unsure of how to actually deal with this because the amount of dive potential, especially in the early stages of the game coming in from Air Asia Say, was just too strong. And they just lost tower after tower after tower. The gap was too big. One big team fight, and it was over.
That is true. You can see, We Own World, they tried to do their pickoffs, but Logan with the quick feet, with the quick hands, and with a little bit of help with his Shumpo, manages to stay alive.
Just with a sliver of HP.
But this was the time. Beautiful maneuver. Hits on the 4, and the Phantom execution hits on the 4 as well. But there's just no one touching on the Solos. Look at that. He's free hitting left, right, and center. Good kill coming up from his team. He picked up a triple kill before he went down himself. But you can see, that is the strength of Clint.
Honestly, the way I can't really move out of it. The slow from it and also the impairment from it is kind of unfortunate, which most importantly allowed Clint to get some space and really start chunking him out with Harley.
Yeah, and this was just, from there on, it was just way too late. It was way too far back. We Own World got just surgically removed from the battlefield, and just for good measure, Dreamfact was like, you know what, why not charge into the Nexus? Literally breaking it and bringing home 3 points to their name.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very strong game from Air Asia Say, and I'm pretty sure when we see the brackets again, they're still going to be on top of the standings so far.
Yep, so that is all we have for today. Those are all the games, but just take a little bit longer because we'll just update you the bracket, guys. Look, that's my drawing.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know what that is.
This is the hoodie that he wears, I mean, yours was like an anime version of it.
It's an easy way of drawing Hellcurt. Come on, he's got the claws. Drawing Hellcurt. Come on, he's got the claws. He's got the face.
So,
I mean, you missed out on the face. That was the opportunity.
Fanny
face. That was the opportunity.
Fanny and Hellcurt. They permanently bland away. We're showing it right here. Anyway, it was a really fun thing to do today, and I don't care what anyone says. That is a bottle of water.
I knew you were gonna bring that bottle of water back up.
But yeah, okay, let's wrap up today really quickly, right?
Recap top to bottom.
Top to bottom. At the start of
top to bottom.
Top to bottom. At the start of the day, Bono Dragons definitely shocked a lot of people. A lot of people were saying, you know what? This is Saiyan Reborn's chance to
something they had to have practice because their pickoffs with Eudora was so effective and they kind of knew that they had enough damage, and in most situations you're kind of questioning whether you have enough damage with a Bane, especially pre-level 4 where you have an Eudora, Bane, and also I cannot remember the last one.
Martis.
And Martis as well. Once you get the stun off, it's just a continuous run over.
I could see everyone on the side of Wonder Dragons played to almost perfection right there. It could always find a way in teamfights to come back, and you have to give props to Gato on that that crab claw cannon, stealing away the loss, swinging the game literally into their favor. That was really good play, and the game 2 was much more straightforward. Looks like they learned their team composition much faster. And then second series of the day, Air Asia saying going up against We Own World. We just saw We Own World still cannot find a win to their name just yet.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of unfortunate here, especially considering that they have plenty of time to actually start learning the patch, really get up to date, start solidifying their playstyle here. I kind of feel like they're they're trying everything out.
Yeah.
And just keeping themselves away from top 8 into the top 8.
And we'll see in just a second, right? The league table, the standings, I think it's swinged a lot, and Asia is at the top still. Obviously, there's still a lot of games. They play more games than anyone, if I'm not mistaken, if my brain doesn't fail me. And at the bottom, Borneo Dragons, they're not a bottom 2 anymore.
Yeah.
With that 2-0, they're giving themselves 3 points. That's a lot. And on top of Let's look at the standings really quickly. This is what happened after they were knocked to the bottom side, and same as Asia saying, they have played 5 games so far in the league. Remember, each team will only play 9 games, and so far they're not looking good. But Bagikan Singapore still with that 1 win and then 1 point.
But look at both Trader and also Borneo Dragons. They really are climbing up the standings here.
Trader and, if I'm not mistaken, Icon is still undefeated. Icon is still undefeated in the league, if I am not mistaken. With
yes, you're actually correct about that.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a couple of losses, but they so far have been either 2-1 or just 2-0.
Yeah, that's true. So those will be interesting facts. I want to see how things will map out. And Evil's still looking super duper strong into it. And let's talk about tomorrow's match really quickly before we do head out. It will be Mystic Brain against Bagikan Singapore. Let's see whether Bagikan Singapore can come back from it, and it will be the Malaysian Slayers / Tyrants against the Singapore Slayers Traders. So only one can prevail. Which one will it be?
Absolutely. And finally, it's going to be Borneo Dragons against Icon. I mean, that's pretty exciting because both these teams, 3 games, Icon's doing really